There was a time they used to call you Madam Vice President and even Madam President.
That's right.
These are your musical days. You started out as second Vice President?
Yeah, as a second. In fact, as a regional treasurer.
Okay.
Then second vice. Then first vice. Before I became the president.
Are you the first woman to have been president?
Yes.
And only so far?
That's right.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And you work with greats. I mean, Eddie Crenso was your first vice president.
Yes.
Nadbura Manziba,
Yes.
second vice president.
Yes, I work
Nana Kwame Ampedu,
Nana Kwame Ampedu there.
general secretary.
Yes, I work with all.
Jude Lomote, treasurer.
Yes.
Siki Morrison, welfare.
Hey, you have done your work, yo.
Who was it like? These are gurus in the Ghanaian music industry. You know, Ampedu, Eddie Crenso, Amanziba. When did you figure that something was wrong? Things were not going the way you wanted them to go in your first marriage? Was there a light bulb moment, or it was just so gradual that you didn't even feel it?
It was just too much. It was too much, and I don't wish anybody to go through this.
Death threats?
Yes.
You got death threats?
Yes.
Wow.
That was when I now made a decision that no, I need to run for my life.
Yeah.
Because he said he was going to get a gun, he would shoot me and shoot himself, and that would be it. I remember there was a time we were in a car, there was a big truck in front, and he was driving. I said, Well, you were smiling with the people at the theater. If you do, I'll crash in this car.
Wow.
And then I realized he was making an arrangement for the gun. That was what now.
How did you know?
My
the
first
first one?
album was He is Lord.
He is Lord.
He arose from the dead, He is Lord. I did Come On Warning When God, you know, and some other song. It was on my first album.
Okay.
Second album, Wina Onyami Odumfo Mese wa Baba Dumuyi.
Classic song.
Yeah. Then Meyi Yehovah, yeah, Meta Yehovah sing. You know the winner? That's right. You know the winner was a medley. So my body, yeah, now God, I go give am more, and darling Jesus, darling Jesus.
These are all your songs.
We're all on the winner album, and he was.
Who wrote all these songs?
It was my Nigerian influence. Now when I went and I had all the different things, so I came and I turned it and I would sing it the Ghana way.
Yes.
And make a medley. Yeah, because
classic songs.
in Ghana, pidgin was like is the
The riff-raffs.
The Commonwealth boys.
Boy, yeah. Be careful on one of them.
I remember when I went.
Gentle warning.
When I went to Lagos, and I was at Water Hall.
Oh, those are you are girls.
And then I done you people will start.
The songs.
And some of my songs that they have
Remixed. We will go remix up.
And I'll close my ears.
The Vandas are doing their thing, man. Yeah.
Oh, no. I'll be praying for them.
Yeah, pray for us. Keep praying for us.
I'll continue.
Keep praying for us. Hello, my name is Kafui Dey. My guest is Diana Hopeson, multiple award-winning singer, songwriter, instrumentalist, counseling psychologist, and ADR professional. This episode is being recorded at the Glass House Event Center in Tema Community 10. Choose Glass House Event Center for your weddings, birthdays, parties, and every special occasion that you organize. Call 0244-661325 or follow the Glass House Events on social media. A message from our sponsor. Queuing for your favorite wache, we can accept it. If there's one thing that Ghanaians can relate with, it's queuing. Queuing for trotro, we can accept it. We adjust. We survive. In fact, if queuing was an Olympic sport, we would win gold. But one thing we can't accept, it's queuing to swap your MTN SIM. Swap your MTN SIM yourself in minutes. Visit the My MTN app or dial *1333# to get this done ASAP. No more standing. No more sweating. No more, who'll be the last person? Do it yourself. Simply swap it everywhere you go. And now back to the conversation. Diana, happy to see you.
Happy to see you too, Kafui.
What's new in your world as we speak today?
Bejai.
What have you stopped?
You know, today you can be in your room and do any kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And so if the word of God is not in your heart, and you don't know what God's mind is about things, you would find yourself in all kinds of vices. Nti mejai, Akwadjuro, Nsanum, Bet, whatever.
You start.
And yeah, it's not that I do them, but I know that this day and age, especially the young generations, find themselves in things that they wish they were not doing, that it's difficult for them.
Yeah.
And so here we call on the Holy Spirit to help us.
Okay.
So that anything that is, crossing our path, we can stop. And you know why I'm concerned about this?
Tell me.
When there's evil in society or there's sin in the land itself vomits it. And Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed. And it is because evil had increased. And today, with the technology and everything at our disposal, the news comes to you. You don't have to go looking for it. It's important that we know what the Word of God says and hide it in our hearts, as is said by Psalm 119, from verse 9 to 16. But my favorite is 9:11. It says, I have hidden your word in my heart that I might not sin against you. And so with that, we are cautious, we are careful. And when guilt engulfs a person, mental states would definitely be affected. And so it's important that we remind ourselves of what God is saying so that certain things we will not
do.
But the person has really stepped on your toes and it's hurting. And you wish to slap the person, but you remember the Word of God is like, hey, wait a minute. Okay, so what do I do? Take a deep breath. And then either you would blow your whistle, or you tap the person gently at the back and say, brother, you are hurting me. And then we all go on. Otherwise, you slap the person, he slaps you.
No problem.
There's problem. So Mejai.
That's the name of the upcoming
the
album.
Upcoming album.
Has it been recorded already?
Yes. In fact, you can pre-order. You go to DianaHopeson.org.
Nice.
There's a shop there. We have wristband with Mejai. We have T-shirts with Mejai caps. And we have the pen drive, Mejai pen drive. It's 8 tracks, and you can pre-order. The release date is on the 30th of August, so you can pre-order and we would deliver.
Which is going to be your birthday.
Yes.
Nice.
You are well informed. So yes, on the 30th of August is my birthday, and I release the album. It's kind of an open house. We're doing it at Adenta Pantan Junction. By God's grace, the Lord has given us a facility there right at the traffic light. And so it's an open day.
Nice.
Come, and the Center for Peace and Reconciliation is there. Real Makers, the Makers Studio is there. Real Makers Studios is also there. GH Music Publishing is there. And it's my birthday and an album launch.
That's wonderful. When did you start cooking this album?
I think I received the song, was it last year or last 2 years? I just can't remember. But the Mejai, the chorus came. And then I got the first verse. When I got the first verse, I was so excited, so I rushed to the studio. Now, before, when the raw chorus came, I sent it to Wise. I have 2 engineers. And so the makers, I sent it to Wise. And when he heard it, he was not hearing the pronunciation of Mejai, Wasemti, Mejai. And he thought he was still not getting it. So he didn't say anything. After a while, I sent it to my other engineer, Emmanuel Kobold. He's in Temahia. He went ahead and did something. And so when I heard it, it inspired me. I rushed and I went to record the first one with the first verse. When I brought it back, my husband, my son, they all had, it's like, no, you need a second verse to elaborate on some of the things.
Right.
So it took some months, and the second verse was downloaded.
Straight up.
Then I went back to the studio again.
Right.
By then, Wise 2 was ready to do his. So I have 2 versions of the Mejai. One that is like a prayer, sort of, and then another one that is contemporary, like contemporary gospel.
And do we get both versions on the album?
Both versions are on the album, plus an instrumental.
Awesome.
Yes.
Great stuff.
And
when the song has been downloaded into your system, how do you bring it out? Do you compose with an instrument?
Sometimes, I love the guitar.
Yes.
So
you play the guitar too?
I play just myself in the Lord's.
Maybe so.
For worship.
Yes.
So yeah, sometimes when I'm playing, I get songs, but when it comes to me, and especially when it's a message, it can't leave me. It can't leave me. And so even in my sleep, I'll be singing it. When it happens like that, I'll just have to go get my engineer and go to the studio and then download it, pour it out, then I'm free.
Which came first, singing or songwriting for you?
Singing.
You were a singer first.
Hey, when they send me as a child, I will make a song with it right now. I hear a funny name, I'll make a song. I mean, that is me. I just love to sing. And music has been very impactful in my life. I remember times that I've been sick and I would just listen to music. Just listen to music over and over and I'll be healed. I mean, when I'm afraid, I sing. I remember when I climbed the canopy walk, the first time I went on it.
Kaku.
Kaku. After the first stretch.
Who sent you?
Who sent me there? Who sent me? I had a missionary team come and we took them there and I had not climbed it. So I was excited. I thought it was only one.
No.
Only to realize that after the first one, there was 7 more.
Yes, six
like,
more.
What? So you know the song? I have decided
to follow Jesus.
I said, if I'm able to go through this, I won't turn back from Jesus. I'll make it. So I kept singing when I'm more afraid. I'm shouting the song.
Yes.
And by the time I knew, I was done.
That canopy walk is
I
scary.
tell you, very. Well, if you have not attempted, you've not tried it, and you're a Ghanaian, better go. Now they have even given a short turn.
Okay.
So if you do the first one and you can't continue,
Then you turn off.
Then you turn to the right.
Then go back home.
Then you go and wait for the rest who have the courage to do the rest of the 6.
Have you gone again since
Yes,
that
I've
first
gone
time?
several times.
Now you're used to it.
Oh, no.
Fully vaccinated.
I tell you, I'm not afraid anymore. Now I will look around and look out for the different kinds of plants and, the insects, the animals, look out for them. Yeah.
I heard they have elephants roaming under there.
Elephants.
This is what I heard.
No, for elephants, I'm not sure because
You're not
it's
sure?
a thick, it's a very dense forest.
Yeah.
So I wonder how the elephant, how big it
Yes,
is,
yeah.
how it can move in that, but there are a lot of,
Maybe somebody was saying just to scare me.
I'm sure it was, but it's a beautiful thing to enjoy.
Yes. And then when did songwriting start?
Okay, so, when I started recording, that was when I knew I needed to sit down, at least write it, because you need a verse, you need a chorus, and will there be a bridge, And after a little, in secondary school, I did music. But by then, music was not being taken to the O level in my school. So that was the limitation. But I would have taken it to O level if it was being. And just after we graduated, the next year they started. Aka of Winneba Youth was a year behind me. So he got to do it to the O level. Yeah.
Okay.
So songwriting, once you start recording, you need to write because you need to make sense in quote. Sometimes, I get a lot of short choruses. Sometimes I'm free to release those short choruses as it is. Sometimes I don't write.
Give me an example of one of the short choruses that you've received.
Most of them I'll write verses. Like, me that say I do why am me near me why be boom yes me that's songs that I have recorded that are short choruses that I didn't write, like fire burning in my soul, Pentecost fire, send your fire, the Holy Ghost fire. We know,
Yes.
if Jesus says no one can say, very, very short choruses, but they are powerful.
Yeah, and they work in church.
I tell you, that's it. You just keep repeating, and these are scripture.
Yeah, declarations.
You just keep doing the declarations, and things happen. Things really happen. Yeah.
I see you light up when you start talking about music and songwriting. I can see a whole glow in your face. You really enjoy it.
I love it. And the whole thing about music and the industry is amazing. One, there's no business like showbiz. Because if the music is good and God decides that He wants to make you a frontliner, your life changes overnight. You can be a pauper today. One big hit, your life would turn 360 degree with fame, money, and everything. And if your character is not well built, that same fame and money can kill you. But if you have gone through the wheel and you have support, you can maintain it and be a good role model for many, for millions. Apart from that, David and Saul, they were in their own somewhere. Some women sang, David has slain his Saul has slain his 1,000, David 10,000, and then problem for David. Jealousy the whole time he had to run for his life. So music, we are lyric prophets. And what we spend out or what we bring out, it will either educate, it will either inspire, kill, preserve our culture, preserve a whole generation of people or information. And so that is why in the olden days, musicians were like the property of the nation or the property of the people. They would live in the king's palace and be taken care of and be allowed to prophesy, like sing when needed, because the music will either soothe, it will either solve a problem, will either say what the king cannot say with his mouth. The music will do it for him or her. And so it is an industry that needs real support. And that is why there are copyright laws. I mean, countries realize that creative people they need protection. When they bring their songs out and if there's no protection, anybody else can take it and make money out of it, and hence copyright laws were put in place, so that creative people will be encouraged, they would have remunerations, they would know they are preserving culture, they will be respected, posterity. Now you know that if your work comes out, after you die, 70 years, your family will enjoy it. So it is if you are a gifted musician, don't take it for granted. I mean, it's not everybody who has that skill or talent, and God gave everybody something. So if yours is music, don't throw it away. I mean, not many people can do music full time because of how it is. But then if you have that gift, don't look down upon it, because that is where God will use you to bless nations. I'm saying this because it happened in my own life. I was only 23 when I made that big hit with Winner. And at age 23, you can imagine, immature, though, because of the Lord, because I accepted the Lord at age 15, I was like an adult in a small body, and I thank God for what He did with my life.
What was it like to have a hit in your early 20s? How did your life change?
My location changed, environment, everything. I mean, even what you eat will change.
What were you eating before the hit came?
I eat anything Ghanaian, but now you can afford to, if you want to keep a strict diet, you can afford it, Now you are invited to king's palaces, Now you can't just walk anyhow, because once you step out, people will start, calling you, praising you, and if you don't take care, it will go into your head. When it goes into your head, you think you are above humans. And that is where the danger will start. And so I got support from the late Reverend Akumi, who was my first husband. And may his soul rest in peace. But for bipolar, I'm sure he would have been alive today. He was a sickler too. And unfortunately, because there was not much knowledge at that time, we didn't know what to do with him. But God has been faithful. And I would say he brought some dynamism to the industry in terms of being a manager and all that. But, God has a way of giving us all stories. Just yesterday, I was preaching, I was speaking to some people, and I was telling them whatever platform God gives us, it is for us to make an impact, either in our family, in our community, or internationally. Now, everybody has a story, and I have mine. But my stories, or our stories, move us from one place to the other to achieve what God has called us to do. So let's look at Joseph. He started as just a small boy with a dream. He was dreaming and interpreting. I mean, he was a child. And because of that, even his brothers hated him. As a son, he was first sent into a pit. Then he became a slave. Then he ended up in Potiphar's house. From Potiphar's house to prison. It was from prison that he went before Pharaoh. Through the gift he had. What was that? Interpretation of dreams. And he went to Pharaoh as an interpreter. He left Pharaoh's presence as a prime minister. And it is because he used his head, heart, and hands. And we must use all these. He used his mind, his brain, his intellect. God expects us to think. So he thought about the dream, he interpreted it, but he didn't stay there. He gave the king, he gave Pharaoh a strategy. And that is the difference. He used his head and he had compassion. And he used his hand. He acted, you know. And so as believers, we need to have this three balance. Sometimes people think, oh, me, I'm called a minister, so you don't have to do anything. Who told you that? Even Jesus started off as a carpenter and worked only 3 years to fulfill his mission. And so it's important that whatever stories we have, we embrace it and find out how God wants to use it for his kingdom. I mean, going through that hard time in marriage moved me to go into counseling and mediation. And today I am so happy that I'm able to help others. I've gotten through the experience. Now I can tell when I see a couple, I can diagnose what is happening in their marriage just when I hear them conversing.
What stories have really touched you in your work as a counselor and mediator? Can you name one or two?
You know, the family is the basic division of society. And so many issues happen from there. Because either your upbringing, the flaws in your parents and how you were treated now will shape you, and then you go into your own relationship and you are living the past, you know, making other innocent people victims of what you have been through because you were not healed properly, or you know, because the breakage, it starts right from the womb. You can hear whatever is happening. And that is in the home. And so how do we even talk around, I mean, as a pregnant woman, what are the things happening around you? It all has effect on that baby in your tummy before it comes out. The goal is a baby. All the things you are saying, it goes into his or her spirit. I had this story where a man was not, like he had enough children, so he didn't want to have any more child. And so when the wife was pregnant again, he really wanted the baby out. But he's a Christian, so he can't do anything about it. And so in those days, there were struggles. Do you know that when the child was 18, he asked the father, "Did you ever not want me born?" You know, both of them had to forgive each other, and healing happened.
Wasn't the mother who told the child this?
No. No. So Jesus said, the words that I speak to you, they are spirits, and they are like, we have the breath of God in us. So things we say go a long way. And our memory, you know, as children, as we are going, the memory, the brain is developing. It's so small, but it is still that same brain that is developing. So things, words we say to children, and it goes deep, and they grow with it. And in their subconscious, some of these things, you don't even know where it is coming from.
Are you enjoying your life as a counseling psychologist?
Yes, but now I'm doing more music. Like before, I was doing music, went into counseling. Now it was like a mix-up. I even worked with the I got a position. I was the first lay counselor as the professional association, you know. And then with time, I realized that I'm starving music.
Yeah.
So I set up GH Music Publishing and Management. So now, yes, I do counseling. I'm entering into more music too.
Okay.
Now, currently.
Tell me about GH Music and Publishing.
Okay, so you know, in the music industry chain is now complete without, if the public, there are no publishers role, the chain is not complete.
Break it down for the curious people, because normally when you think of publishing, you are thinking of books. So how does publishing enter into music?
So, you know, when the industry started, it was the musicians, they would write the songs, they would transcribe it,
The notes, right?
the notes, and that has to be printed
On paper.
sheet on paper. That was how musicians started making money, like good money.
So you would sell the
Before
sheets?
They were selling the sheets. That was how publishing started. So the sheets, so once it is transcribed, anybody who can read music can sing the exact thing.
Exactly.
So those sheets were being sold to the choirs, to those who could play and stuff like that. So that's brought proper money to musicians, and that was how the publishing started. So you see, it's still with books because it was being printed. So when cassettes and vinyl and all these things now came into being, now we have streaming, publishing is also transcending. So now, when you make, of course, we have artists, we have the record labels, and then we have the publishers. Then we have the CMOs, the collective management organizations.
That would be like Camero?
Excellent.
Okay.
So the record labels, they would pick the artist as their product, invest into its craft, even brand it, market it. Publishers take the songs, the works. So we manage the music and make sure we push the songs to where it would generate an income for the artist.
Like where? Where would a song generate income for an artist?
So online for the streaming platforms, can push it to the stores. So for the shops, usually, for every song, we have the sound recording, which is owned by the record label or whoever put money in. And then we have the composition, and that has to do with the artist who composed, and then the publisher who is going to make sure that he pushes the song to places, and then also register the song correctly.
So, for example, if I am King Kaf, the musician,
That's right.
my record company is OBK Records.
That's right.
OBK Records takes me to the studio
to
and
record.
records. So they own the sound recording.
That is it. You own the composition.
Because I composed, I wrote the
You wrote the song, the music and the lyrics. And then I would now do your split sheets. I would take your catalog and send your catalog to my sub-publishers in different territories. That, this is the song from King Kafui and from Kafui Productions. They are the sound, they are the
OBK
masters. OBK Records own the sound recording, and then King Kafui owns the composition.
Okay.
And I'm bringing it to you. Anywhere you hear the song, take the royalties, send it to me. As a publisher, I take 25% and give the rest to you.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
How about streaming? Is streaming comes under publishing?
So there are some streaming that falls under mechanical royalties.
What is mechanical royalties?
Okay, so in the physical world, after you have your master, you take it to a place where they dub it.
The master is the
sound recording.
When you finish recording.
Yeah, your master.
Yes, they'll put it on pen drive or on CD.
That is it. And then once they duplicate it, it means they are duplicating it. They are making
copies of the master.
of it. And so that copies that they are making, they have to pay for making that copy.
And those are your mechanical royalties.
That is the mechanical royalty.
Okay.
So in America, we have the MLC. They just started not too long ago to take mechanical.
But now in the digital world,
so that's the duplication. So there are some streaming platforms that what you are doing is direct duplication. There are some that you are just playing. So in fact, the rights, the royalty streams, they are different. We have the neighboring rights, like the broadcasting houses repeating what you have recorded or doing a live presentation of it.
So if I took my music to a TV station and they played it.
And the video, like when they were playing it, they recorded that video. And then they also now play it or they put it online to also play. So it's a duplication. So that is also neighboring rights. And that goes to the people who performed that music and the composer.
So somebody is tracking the use of the music all around the world.
That is it.
And that's the job of the publisher?
So yes, a publisher will send the song to all the other sub-publishers they have. I would say one is a publisher if you have sub-publishers. Because if you are a publisher and you don't have anybody who has your catalog and is looking out for you, then you are just like, I don't know what to say. You are not a publishing. So we have sub-publishers who are also looking out with their gamros in quotes or any other societies, and they will collect and bring to your territory. And then you also look out for their work in your own territory.
How do musicians get cheated of their royalties?
That is if they don't register their songs well. So that, because there are codes. Now everything is online, so it means it's international, whether you like it or not. So you need to have the splits very well. And that can be done with the publisher and the CMO.
So do you
So
advise
most
that?
artists, if their songs are not well registered, the song will be played there. People can't trace where to send your royalty. And that is where they don't make then they don't make money. And then you said cheated.
Yes.
Bad contracts. So if they don't sign good contracts with their record label or whoever is helping them, that could also make them be cheated.
How about if a musician is independent, doesn't have a record label that they have assigned him or her, and they're doing everything on their own? What do you advise? How do you advise them?
Okay, so if you are an indie person, then you need to learn about the industry. Don't sit in the dark. Because when you finish your work, you need to go to the stores. You need to first make the copyright registration. Once it is out in the public is using it, assign it to your CMO. Let the CMO know that this is the songs that are out.
The CMO being the
collective management
organization, which is Camero in Ghana.
That is it.
Okay.
But then it is good to engage a publisher to do your splits and also look out for other territories for you. Because if you do that, you can get extra income that your CMO is not a publisher to do that for you.
Years back, a musician got into an argument with a company which used his music to advertise toilet paper. He was not happy with it.
That is his moral rights.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that is his moral rights. So when you do you come out with a piece of song, you have economic rights, you have moral rights. That you can decide morally what your song should be used for. And if it is used otherwise, you have all the rights to take those people to court or, show your displeasure or whatever.
Okay. In the election season, you hear of musicians saying, "Man, but why did this party take my music to go and do their campaign?"
False under moral rights.
It's moral rights as well.
Yeah.
And how do you resolve an issue like that?
Of course, some will look for the artist and talk and negotiate before. Some artists will even do it and send it to the people, And then, of course, there are some songs that might have made a hit already. And so the people want to use it for quick, And those ones, definitely, you need to sit down and talk to the artist and then come to a conclusion and satisfy each side, yeah.
What's new in the music business space in Ghana today with respect to royalties and
AI. I tell you.
What is AI doing to the system?
Because of software like Suno and other.
Yes.
You can now, whether you know music or not, you can give your prompts and make a whole new album, and it will be nicer and clearer, because it's computer, it's a robot, so it's clear. Just even the lyrics, it will write for you and everything. So now, globally, we're now thinking of, okay, so like especially Spotify and other places, they are thinking of either they would label AI songs.
Okay, so you have your own AI playlist.
AI playlist, and then this is human plus AI, or this is human. That is what is going on now. Because some people, there was a few months ago, there was a hit gospel song, and the artist is not human.
It was a robot. Hit song.
I'm telling you.
People were jamming, people were enjoying it.
Top internationally, but the artist is not human. And so
who owns that song? Legally?
Legally, it will be the creator, the person
who did the prompt.
Who did the prompts, and the AI company.
They share their royalties?
Yeah. That's what's going on now.
Wow. So what should Ghanaian musicians know? Songwriters?
So, you should know your rights. You should make sure that if you are, you should be part of it. You should not just, even it is the AI version of what you have done, definitely need to have a share in whatever royalties it will generate.
What if somebody comes from my music and does an AI remix of it? I've recorded a song and then he or she takes my music, passes it through Suno, and then a different version of my song comes out and it's blasting there.
He took your song. So if you can prove that it is your song he has taken, he has to share whatever royalty he's doing with you.
How do you prove that a song is yours?
Well, there's a way to do that technically. And then also, everything comes from the Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do. So if it goes beyond 3 bars, then it is your song. That's how to check it. If the rhythm goes beyond 3
bars, then it's yours.
Yeah.
If I take 2 bars of your song without your permission and put it in my music, have I?
A new composition.
It's a new composition.
Yeah, because it didn't hit the 3rd one.
So do you have any rights to?
No, I don't, because it will sound different.
But if I go beyond 3 bars,
it would sound at the beginning. You think, then you see that it's old. So you think, oh, I thought it was going to play this song, but it's not. Yeah. So I have a friend, a composer friend. He tells me that he's a thief.
He only takes 2 bars of people.
And he's composing, taking pictures.
2 bars.
Turning it here and there, because the whole music is on the Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do.
That's it.
We have the semitones and the blah, blah, in between. So if you know how to weave it very well, you can just weave in and out. And there you go.
Have you ever caught anybody stealing any of your music?
A lot of people have done me. I call them, in fact, when people do covers of your song, you earn.
Okay.
If you do have registered it very well, you earn. So me, I'm happy when people use my music. I'm very happy.
Which song has been most covered? Which of your songs has been most covered?
In fact, one day I just Googled it. I was amazed about the various versions that I found online. Various versions. Ajimkwani did a lot.
Wow.
A lot. Because people will say, oh, control Obama. I mean,
so they should continue sampling because it comes back to you.
It comes back to me once it's the same thing and they have it. Once it defaults in the same line. It comes, and it's one thing that people should do. It's, if you do that, be sure to say that, I picked this from this. I picked it from this original song.
Okay, you have to. So how does it work? Do they do it first and then come and tell you later that, we
It's important when you made the list, you know that you are going to do this, to look for the person and talk to him or her first. Yeah. So then you have that blessing and everything. But even if you do it, it is good to look for the person, to let the person know before you release it. Because if you don't and you release it and the person hears it, he can take you to court. He can take you on. And it's not now that you are now coming to beg and, so that one he can, if he wants to,
squeeze you,
he can squeeze all the blood out of you. But if you see the person before and you see that, no, this will be a litigation issue, you can decide to even put it aside. So you have your peace.
Have you been to court because of music before? Rights.
For Gamro issue, there's a court case
already down.
There. In fact, that took me to the courtroom. Gamro court case.
That was the first time you went to court because of music?
No, the first time was for divorce.
Okay. What's court like?
Oh, how is it, Grandpa? The first one, it was private. It was handled private. But then I had to go and observe. Then they said they will mention it. So that was the first one. And then my emotions, all that I went through, because that was not, I never dreamt. It was something that I would never do or would want to dream or want someone like that to go through. It was hard, very hard for me. Oh no, that was not the first. The first was a problem we had because of his mental ailment.
Your first husband?
Yeah. That was the first time a court issue came, but I didn't have to go.
Okay.
So you can imagine, it was traumatic for me. Then the second one had to be about our relationship. It took months for me to recover from the whole thing. Though it was private at the end of the day. And then, apart from that, well, it's people who, I nearly became a lawyer.
What stopped you?
When I got the law books and I started reading them, I realized that a full stop or a comma
could be a problem.
can make red become black. And I felt, no, I have the word of God so much in me that it will be difficult.
I come out and then everything changes.
And then also I went in because of intellectual property. So then later I did just the intellectual property law. Yeah.
And that's what helps with the royalty.
Royalty issues, the copyright issues. It gave me so much knowledge in IP rights. Yeah.
Where can musicians get that knowledge from it, about intellectual property?
They can learn it. If you want to do copyright law, you can do it in the university. And we do, in fact, because of this, my company, we do a lot of training.
Okay.
In fact, next year, we're doing a discipleship training. Like it's a 1-year training for people who want to be in the music industry.
Okay.
We'll first do a discipleship training, six months. And then the following 6 months, it will be the music business, culture, redeeming principles of redeeming cultures and all that. In my own small way, what else can I do?
Yeah.
And to help teach.
The business side is really important because people look at the show part and forget the biz.
That's the two that makes it together. Yeah. Yeah, and I want to encourage Christian musicians. Don't feel guilty that you have to sell your music. The Bible is sold. And actually, it's the best-selling book.
In the world.
People think negativity sells. The Bible is the best-selling book.
Indeed.
So that tells you that don't let anything limit you. You have the good news, and it's the best news to sell.
Talking of sales, I read somewhere, and I need to confirm this for me, that at some point in time, you were selling 10,000 cassettes a day.
A month.
A month.
Yes.
Okay, so good. A month, 10,000.
Yes.
But that's still a lot of cassettes.
That was
which album was this?
93. Onyame adonfo awawedo. Yeah.
10,000.
10,000 a month. And, in those days it was Kolyonchi and Lumba themselves. So I was shoulder to shoulder with them. And
Who was doing the distribution? Who was doing the sales?
Christian music started. And then that was when Despite was starting his music business. So Despite, they would come and pick it to Kumasi. And it was just going like hot cake.
What? 10,000?
And at that time too, the era and everything, the Nigerians, the Ghana Must Go has happened. So the Nigerians, those Ghanaians come in, everybody came with a tape.
Yes, ghetto blaster.
And if you have a ghetto blaster, you need to play the cassette.
One time.
So the villages, everywhere, it was just amazing.
What was it like? What was your experience of hearing your music being blasted from a spot or from a radio for the first time? What was that like?
It was beautiful. You are happy that you did something in a small corner and the whole world is appreciating it. You are so happy. And funny, at a point in my life when things are hard, there was a point in my life that I was like, I don't want to even hear my own music. But then all that also lifted. And now when I hear, it's like there's some lights just lights up.
Yeah.
And I'm excited.
Where did you record that album?
The Winner album.
Yes.
I worked with Samuel Awani at Joa Studios. That was John also Free. In those days, he had gotten the very newest machine. The digital world had started.
Yeah, 93.
Was it the Maki or something? I can't even remember. And that was the first time I did one in Ghana, And Samuel Awani was there. I worked with people like Chief Kwame Frimpong from Kumasi. It was amazing. That was the executive producer for that was Mr. and Mrs. Shadrach Opoku Free of Christian Music Shop. And it was quite interesting. Yeah.
Young superstar.
I tell you. Yem penisem kakra.
You went there.
Bobby Duke, you say, you think I'm in my 40s. That was beautiful.
Let's take it all the way back because on the 30th of August, 1970, that's when you were born. Where were you born?
Carnation. My parents used to live at Carnation. And then, so I was born at Carnation.
Were you baby last?
Yes, I'm the baby last.
Last of 7?
I tell you.
What's it like being a baby last?
When they share the chicken, you get the head.
Who got the thighs? Who got the thighs and the breast?
Of course, their father.
You got the head?
I tell you.
How much flesh is on the head?
Oh, so you have to devise a way of eating it. The brain is so nice.
Chicken brain?
I tell you.
Really? How about the beak?
No, the beak is cut off usually. So no, let me not describe. And most weekends, my parents, they would buy chicken. And I later got to know that, Usually when there's a quarrel, then they use chicken to pacify each other.
That's all. Why not? Why not? Chicken diplomacy.
I tell you.
What did your parents do? What was their
My
work?
father was a transport owner.
Okay.
He loved farming though, so he had farms in the village, but he was a transport owner. So he owned, in fact, he was part of the first people who got the cooperatives that government bought vehicles that they worked to pay.
Ah.
And he would write 10 days in front of all his cars and long life at the back.
10 days.
10 days.
Did everybody ride?
10 days. Yes, he did.
What was the 10 days for?
You know, they are from Awutu, Awutu, Bantama, and Obrachi.
You are ones?
We are ones. And so my dad and mom, after 2 children, they decided to come to Accra. So they came, I mean, with no connections or anything. So my mom did whatever she could sell to bring money, from cocoa to even, what do you call it, cement papers they were selling. They would go to the sites and pick it. The first one, the first wrap, they throw it somewhere. The second wrap, they use it to do something, for covering exercise books and things.
Yes.
The third wrap will be used to sold granules and,
Really?
sold food, because that one is cleaner, like.
It actually comes in many wraps like that?
I'm telling you.
I never knew.
Yeah. So anything that could bring money. Then she ended up as a sand and stone contractor. So she had quarries at Makati Hill, and Bawi.
Yes.
So when we were children, during holidays, we walked from North. In fact, they stayed in Kaneshi 2 years and then moved to North Kaneshi, where my father had a small piece of land. So we were in our own house. And during holidays, we would walk from North Kaneshi to Bawe, those places, to go and help at the quarry. Yeah.
It's a serious distance, oh. North K to Bawe.
I'm telling you, I've walked. In those days, vehicle, like you see people walking,
Yeah.
when people will walk, I mean, people were walking. Walking was, I don't even know how to say it, but now we walk less.
Now we both.
Now you have to go to a gym to go and walk.
You guys were just walking from North K
I mean,
to Bawe.
there's not much transport.
Yeah, so you walk.
You walk.
And you were cracking stones?
Yes, we will go, and then the thing is, how much crowd were we doing? She just want the children to
be around.
Part of what she's
Yeah. And it's kind of babysitting as well.
I admire her so much, Auntie Anna. May her soul rest in peace.
Amen.
Though she didn't go to school. In fact, I had to teach her how to sign her name, Crumple. She was supplying to Johnson Wax and some big companies.
Really?
Yeah, so at a point she did good. I learned a lot from her. Very enterprising. She wake up at dawn, By the time I was born, she was doing the sand and stone contractor. So for the selling of all those other things, there were stories I was told and pictures I saw. Old black and white photos.
Yeah.
But I saw her wake up at dawn, go to places, supplying with a way bill and invoice when she cannot write. And I will help her write, and stuff like that. And may her soul rest in peace.
Amen. Means you were introduced to business very early. Oh.
Very early. We used to sell kerosene, ice water. I remember when I finished my O-levels, I had to find work to do. And there was a woman in my church who had force, business. I'll go and select them and walk from house to house. I did that for like 3 weeks.
Did you have a chant you would say? If you were coming, would you say something?
Oh, no, I will not.
You just go quietly?
I was going quietly.
How would they know that you are selling foods?
Once they see you, and I have good eyes. So the things I have picked, you see it and it's nice. You just say, Madam, bra.
What kind of things were you selling? What kind of items were you selling?
Blouses.
Okay.
Yeah, blouses.
What's a good blouse? What's a nice blouse?
Well, it should be new. When the sorting out, I will pick ones that are like storage, factory reject.
Yes.
Not ones that
almost new.
Almost new, and maybe a little flaw somewhere, but the buyer will not find it.
No.
So it is almost new. I remember I got to a place. They had it was one of the stores in the house. I got there and the woman is like, we're talking, and the woman just said, do you go to school? I said, I just finished O-level. Then she go, hey, Ajua, you see, you just went to Form 1, and you don't, even when people come here to buy things, you don't want to come out to sell. Come and see O-level person, and it was like, wow. Is that an attitude or what? I mean, someone has gone to Form 1 and the store in their house.
She's not interested.
No, she doesn't want to go and stand there and sell when people.
For people to see that she's selling.
She said, yeah, because she has gone to secondary school.
Just for one.
Just Form 1. And me, I'm the finished O level.
Yeah, and selling.
And I'm selling, you know.
Why do people look down on selling?
Oh, say it again. Say it again. And I think there's this mindset here in Ghana that we need to change. We respect people according to the job that they do. Oh, where are you, cleaner? Many people in Abrochi do cleaning.
Exactly.
And so if you are here and you know that you love to clean, set up a cleaning company and do it.
That's it.
You love cleaning, I think, because they will not respect you because you're a cleaner. The money you are receiving from those friends in abroad, most of them is cleaning they are doing. So because of that, some jobs have been, we don't really do it and do it well. Look at mechanics. We leave it especially to a lot of people who we think, oh, uncle school, so uncle yefita. And then sometimes they end up messing some of the things because the measurement and things are wrong. We need to take every profession very important and encourage people to do what they are gifted to do. If it's shoe shining, encourage the person. The person will end up being the one who is molding and making shoes. When I went to Europe, I learned a lot. I realized that like the family that started the Holland wax is still that same family that was doing that job.
The cloth.
The cloth. So when that consistency is there, the business grows.
Yes.
Because they respect intellectual property laws. But here in Ghana, you start one business, the next day, thousands of people are doing the same business. No intellectual property issues. And that's also saps something from inventors, originators.
The copy is too much.
It is too much. It is just too much. Because in somewhere, when you do the thing, you do the first mold, you need to register it. Mm-hmm. So if somebody else will do, they'll take that franchise from you.
Yes.
So then your company can grow.
Based on the
and
intellectual
based on
property.
the number of people who are trying to see. But we don't make that work here. And that also is not good. I don't know if I'm...
No, I do understand. Yeah, the copy.
Yeah, you just...
Disrespect for sales, which is strange because sales is what makes the world go round. You have to sell stuff to make things happen.
We need to respect every profession and respect the people who do it. Don't look down on your household helper. If that maid is not there, your house will be dirty. You will not feel comfortable. So why should you respect her because she does that job? Why should you not pay the person well? Because she brings comfort to your home. Mm. We need to treat everyone well, no matter what job they are doing. It is very, very important. Don't look down on anybody because of the job they do. That's just our gift. We didn't decide that.
No.
I mean, nobody decided the family they should come from.
No.
So if your family has this gift of whatever it is, respect it and do it as worship. And that is where blessings will be upon it. And it will take you places.
That's it. You were talking about your mom and some good memories that you had of her.
Yeah.
What are some of the earliest memories you have of as a child, a little girl?
With my big disciplinarian. Hey, my mom.
Were you naughty though?
What will I say? Normal naughtiness that every child does. Drinking some of the milk in the fridge and all that. Hey, Charlie,
the boys go for the soup and the girls go for the milk.
When I got in my conversion process, I had to confess all these things because it was playing like a movie in my face. My encounter with God made all the difference. And so if you have not encountered God, seek Him because it is real.
Was it dramatic? It
was quite dramatic.
Well, what happened?
I was studying in Form 2, studying for an exam, and it was not going. Like, you are reading the same line 24 times. And it's like, God, I know you help people. You are there, so help me. That was it. I just felt His presence. And all of a sudden, I just started shaking and teary. Like, I felt so dirty before a holy God. And images of everything I've done wrong just started coming, and I would just confess, I'm sorry for doing that. Lord, forgive me for doing that. It went on. I was crying, and at a point I felt so clean. I felt that weight of sin on me is gone. And I started talking with Him, like, so what should I do? It's like, read this part. You know, God is in us. So it is a spirit that is in us. So we just need to fan it up. We just need to recognize it and tell him to come alive with us. Because Jesus has come to pay the debt of our sin, the price of our sin, and it is for every human being. And that is why our elders said, he is in us. And so who said Christianity is a foreign religion? It is not. If you listen to our Proverbs, you know that our God, our people knew God. And so we need to serve God. So when I was young, it was like, if there's God, the creator of the universe who made everything, why should I serve Abosun or any other lesser God who I know is a lesser God? No, I will go for the ultimate. That has been my life. And so I search for him. I read his word day and night. I search, and when I'm reading his word, it's like milk to my soul. It feeds me. It gives me the energy I need. It's not that I don't go through all the normal issues and problems that people go through. I go through all of them, but I see it with his eyes. I see. So when you live in God's perspective, you see things from his perspective. No matter what is happening, you can still smile because you know that it is for a purpose. Because you know that it is part of the story. Because you know that you will not stay in that situation forever. In fact, if you decide to sit where you are, say you won't move, the earth itself is moving. The movement of the earth will move your position. And so we need to be that alive and move with our Creator who has made us. And we are all here because we are useful. There is something that it is you who have to do on this earth. You need to look for that thing and do it with joy. You know, sometimes, my teachers are saying, I'm good, so I should do medicine. Meanwhile, you want to do photography. Please do photography because that is that is the platform God has given you to have global impact. If you do anything else, you see that you are not that satisfied within. I want to encourage you listening to me that if you have not gone into that, you are not doing what really gives you comfort and joy because you think people will look down on you, please wake up. Because that is the platform God has given you to make that global impact you are searching for in all the other fields that is not your area. So you will search for it and you will still be always below because that is not the real platform for you. And if you don't go through that character shaping, your gift will open the door for you, but your character will not let you stay in that room. And God himself in his own wisdom has a way to bring circumstances to teach you character. Look at Joseph, who was so much loved and all of a sudden had become a slave. See, when he was even in Potiphar's house, it was the wife who tempted him. And because of who he is, he didn't fall into that temptation only to be put in prison. If you were Joseph, what will you tell God? I'm serving you faithfully. Is this my payment? You know, someone will say, God, we didn't. No, he never does because he had to leave that. He learned administration in Potiphar's house. He had to go to the prison to learn that humility. And even there, he was still using his administrative skills in the prison that he became the leader of his cohorts. And it was there that when he interpreted those prisoners, God had to position him where he can go straight to Pharaoh's presence. You will say, okay, Potiphar was serving Pharaoh. Will Potiphar ever send him to Pharaoh? Pharaoh had a lot of administrators. But he needed that administrative skill so that when he interprets Pharaoh's dream, he can administer not just Pharaoh's house, not just Egypt, but for the whole, world in those days, to preserve his own Hebrew family. Because for those grains, the Israelites, those 10 tribes of Israel will perish. And look at it. His brothers, he could have killed them when they came back. But if he had killed them, would there have been the 12 tribes of Israel? No. So God, in his own wisdom, has a way of working on each and every one of us. And we must accept that platform. Stay focused. Learn. Add value to ourselves. If you have the head, the knowledge, and you don't act, you are a well-wisher. You just wish things, it won't happen. If you have the heart, the head, and you don't have the heart, that compassion, you become a bureaucrat. You use everybody, you hurt everybody, you achieve everything, but by the end you don't have good relationship around because you step on people's head to do the work. No, You need to combine the three. And when we do that, life becomes, no matter what you are going through, you can still smile. You can still have people coming to you.
Did you know you were going to be a musician?
By age 18.
This is after Punipa.
Yes, just when I was finishing my sixth form.
Yeah. Because you went to school first in Bubuashi, correct?
Yes.
Primary
Okay, we're on wireless.
Yes.
Then to Eaton Preparatory School. But I didn't get to stage 7, stage 6, I did the common entrance.
Okay.
So I would have loved to go to Achimota, but because I did short circuits, I landed in Winneba Secondary School. But I loved Winneba too because art was strong there. In Winneba, I got the opportunity to be singing, to do fine arts, to do even sculpture. Yeah. And then I did both O-level and A-level in Winneba. Wosa people, hey.
Those are your people.
Shout out. Wosa 88 and Wosa 90 were my schoolmates.
Schoolmates.
Yeah.
What did you study for your advanced level?
Advanced, I did economics. In fact, I was given religion, literature, English, and then something.
Government?
No, I didn't do government.
Economics?
Amazingly. So I went to change the religion for economics because I looked at the subject and I was not happy. I went to my headmaster, Apedu, and he said, this one, you'll be a priest. And at that time, it's like, how can I be a priest? And what made it worse was they had changed the Bible for the West African traditional religion at that time.
Okay.
So I so I changed. It was difficult, but I changed and added economics. But at the end of the day, in fact, I didn't even finish. It was just as I finished sixth form that I got engaged and got married.
Okay.
So houseman colleagues were going.
young.
Well, I was young. I
How
got
old?
married at
19, 21?
Yeah.
Ooh.
20. Yeah, I think 2021. Yeah.
As a national service?
I'm telling you.
You did national service?
I deferred my national service to
get married?
because I knew that I was called into ministry by then. Meanwhile, you see the course. So I started the Bible Assemblies of God Bible School. They were not taking women fully, but then they were allowing women to do the lay workers training. So I did the lay workers training. So by 97, I was an exhorter.
What does that mean?
That's the class 1 of the pastors.
Okay.
You are first an exhorter, then you now become a commissioned minister.
When did you go to University of Ghana?
I went in 1999.
Or after you were an exalter?
Yeah, after I was an exalter. I went to the University of Ghana, to the School of Performing Arts.
Okay.
And I didn't do music.
What did you study?
Radio, TV, film. That was my... So I did some courses from the music department.
Okay.
And at that time, Professor Collins was around. So a few times he even called me to speak, as a guest speaker to the people doing popular music.
You could have been a broadcaster.
Well...
Radio, television?
There were a lot of interviews still around that time, from time to time, But I was into media. That's what I feel. I'm called to give out media. So music is part of media. And I want the images to go with the music. I want to use the arts to reach out. And communication is key. So I'm a communicator. How do you communicate? And don't be surprised. At the moment, that's why I'm into interpreting. I'm doing interpretation for my language.
Awutu.
Yeah, because the language is going extinct. And it's sad that as an indigene, like the indigenous language of the people, for it not to be spoken, I think when the nation recognizes the indigenes and honor them, there's prosperity for the land.
So you do interpretation of English, Awutu English?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
How do you say my name is Diana? Introduce yourself.
Achemi Diana Hopeson.
Achemi.
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 Okay, Achemi.
Yefremi.
Okay.
Achemi.
Okay. Give me your full name.
My full name.
And say it in Awutu.
Achemi Ashitaria Odeba Buchi.
Ashi. Talia.
Odeba Buchi.
When is
Ashi,
it? Okay.
because I'm a Sunday born.
Oh, that's
So which Sunday born we call Ashi.
Okay.
Taria because I'm after twin.
Okay. Boy and girl, or boy or girl?
Two girls.
Two girls, and then you.
One passed.
Oh, may she rest in peace.
Odeba, Odebia, born on and that was the name given to me. It's one of my aunties. Buchi.
Your father's name?
My father's name, he was the 8th born. Oche.
Okay.
Buchi.
Okay.
And
Okay.
that's it.
And then where did the Diana come from?
And his real name is Ahim, but I didn't use the Ahim. If I tell you where the Diana comes from, you will laugh. My daddy loves cars.
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 Vroom, vroom.
Boom, boom. So when my mom got pregnant with me, he thought it would be a boy because he had 3 boys and then the twin plus another girl, so 3 girls. So he was hoping that it would be a boy. And he decided if it's a boy, he would name him Toyota because Toyota had come and he just loved it.
Your father was going to name the boy
Toyota.
Thank God you arrived.
And then I was a girl. And Toyota Diana had been just released around that time.
Still.
So his Diana was not the Diana from the Bible.
No, it's okay.
It was the Toyota one.
Your father.
I'm telling you. But in school, my class 1 teacher, Mrs. Jangba, I'm sure by now she's late. I still remember her. She taught me how to write my name. So she gave me the Diana in the Bible. She spelled it D-I-A-N-A-H.
H. Oh.
But I changed it to be Diana, double blessing.
Okay.
So Anna.
D-I, then A-N-N.
D-I-A-N-A. So in the Bible, the Ephesus, their goddess was Diana. Me, I'm a god, not a small goddess. I'm the creator's daughter. And so if it goes that way, fine. But for Diana Hopeson, it's like D double blessing.
Yes,
Anna,
exactly.
son of hope.
Son of hope, indeed.
So when I say I'm Diana Hopeson, I'm saying double blessing, son of hope.
That's it. How did your father spell his Diana that he was going to add to the Toyota?
In fact, do I even know? Because 10 days we'll only be writing dates. He did the night school.
Your father?
My father. You know, in those days, education, and actually my people, it was just recently one of the chiefs was telling me that, we are royals. We are the indigenous of the land. We had gold. The land is fertile. So when you grow your food, you don't even have to weed. Whether you weed or not, you have a bumper harvest, flourish. So it's like, why are you going to school? You are royals. If you go to school, they will whip you. Royals don't have to be whipped.
No.
And you are going to school for Abine to pay you money. We have the food and money. So my people were a bit laid back in terms of going to school. It had to take some efforts to get them to actually start going to school. And I won't blame. I would say maybe that is also part of the reason why our language became that extinct. And people speak more of Fanti than our language. And that is why we want to redeem our language. I as the 7th born in the house, my parents spoke the Awutu language. So that was the first language I learned. And before the Ga, the Chi, the Ashanti, everything. And so I think in Awutu first before the English language. So it took me, if I had to pray for God to help me be able to speak English, because Awutu was my first language.
Have you written any songs in Awutu?
Yes, even in this new album we have.
Oh, good.
Yes, we have some.
I can hear them. Can you sing a little bit of one of the choruses?
Ananida mwase nyumpoe, ate nyumpoe, ananida mwase nyumpoe, ate nyumpoe, ananida mwase, amen. Ananida mwase nyumpoe, ate nyumpoe, ananida mwase nyumpoe, ate nyumpoe, ananida mwase, miye muhani somo, ananida mwase, Kafui. Muna muwato fuwe ananida mwase, kamuna ni pamo ananida mwase, ananida mwase, ananida mwase.
Amen. Can I hear a thank you somewhere in there? What are you saying?
Yes, let's thank God.
That's it.
So you
Anani.
Anida mwase, ani let us.
Okay, Anni.
Nani let us. Thank God.
God. How do you say God in Awutu?
Nyumpo. But we said, let us thank him. Okay. Let's thank him. Nyumpo is God.
It's God.
So let's thank him, God. That is how we will say it. You see, the English is let's thank God.
Yes.
But we will say, let's thank him, God.
God, exactly. Yeah. Nice.
So can you imagine me knowing this language first and now English being splashed to me.
Splashed.
Hey, don't speak vernacular. Me, I started from side 2.
They did that to you in school.
Hey, when I went to Eaton Preparatory, in fact, it was hard. At a point, I wanted to run away from school. Oh, yes.
Don't speak vernacular.
And then I'm not able to express myself. I'm Pekase, and I can't express myself, and the bees, you know, and it was hard for me. So I wanted to run away from school. The day I decided that today, and then also when I left Bubu Ashikebo, I will walk from North Kaneshi to Eaton Preparatory School at close to Dance Bar, you know, the Ogle Road side.
Yes.
I mean, it was quite a long journey.
Yeah.
And I'll be late, sweaty, and they will whip me for being late. And it was going on, and it was not pleasant at all. So I decided I would stop school. I was making the plans. Then the day I said, this is the last, because that day I was whipped, and in class I couldn't also answer questions in English, and I was whipped on top. So it's like I've had enough. Then that afternoon, I had, you know, they were showing, the cultural dance display, and so I joined the queue, and I was picked.
Straight.
To dance.
That ended
that was what kept me
in school. The cultural dancing performances.
Yes.
You enjoyed them?
I did. I want to encourage the curriculum makers. I mean, that we shouldn't leave our drumming and dancing out. You know, arts, we should encourage it from the, preschool. From preschool. Because everything that you see in the child today, it's in the fetus, and it develops and matures. So we shouldn't cut anything and say when they grow. Even the intellectual property, we need to develop curriculum right from preschool so that it will be part of us,
Yeah. Did you study a BA as well, Bachelor of Arts?
Come again. I did Bachelor of Philosophy.
Okay.
Yes, my master's.
MPhil?
MPhil.
Okay. It was in counseling?
Counseling. Guidance and counseling.
Exploring the counseling needs of performing artists
that
in
was
Accra.
That was my thesis.
Why did you choose that particular topic?
Because, I'm first an artist. And I recognize that, when you make a hit, you are a role model. And many of the role models, because they did not really handle their counseling needs very well, end up a disaster. I can count numerous artists, from Michael Jackson to Whitney Houston to Fela to name it. Name it. If that support is not there for the artists, our work is such that when you become a role model, you are at the top, and it is very lonely. And so if you don't get that support from your family and people around you, you find yourself isolated. And when you are isolated, you are easy prey for any, and so there's the need for artists to take good care of their mental health and their counseling needs.
What was your problem statement for your thesis? What did you want to find out?
Okay, so I wanted to establish the fact that it's important for musicians to have that support. It's important for people around them to know that their work is not just like a doctor going to the hospital and coming. The demands of our work is totally different. We are seeing people. Our body is the vessel working.
Yeah.
And so its demands are high.
And it's almost like spiritual work too, because you're dealing with people's psyches and emotions.
When the person is on stage, even when he blinks the eye, it is communicating. So what is happening in the person to be able to pull all that together to be a blessing to you or to affect you, And when a creative person, like there's a song on the heart or something, or we want to finish that thing. We can even let the whole world wait.
Let's finish it.
But that is also not how we should behave. Because if you mess that relationship up to finish achieving, going back to pick it is a problem. And so there's the need for that education.
What were your recommendations at the end of your thesis?
The end of it was that the musicians should be part of before the master's for my degree, I did stress.
Okay.
Stress management for creative people.
Oh, all right.
So my recommendations is that when dealing with musicians, we should be extra. Like a lot of people don't even regard our work in quote as professional.
Yeah.
And so when it comes to remuneration and things, It's so difficult.
You with transport.
That is it.
That kind of thing.
So then most musicians can't live by that way. They have to do other jobs. And so that brings more pressure on them. And so we as people around them need to give them that room. I mean, when they become role models, sometimes people talk to you as if you are above human. And when you do that to the artists, it makes them also think they are above human. And it can easily bring a fall, you know. And so there are a lot of things that even the state should know how to handle that industry.
Did you interview some musicians while you're doing this?
A lot.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of artists, a lot of musicians. I mean, because it's for performing artists.
Yeah.
I went to the concert party people.
Okay.
I went to
So you talked to Mami Doc?
musicians. I talked to Mami Doc. No?
Okay.
I interviewed a lot of artists, you know, Wache and a lot of. I went to GBC at their rehearsal.
Okay.
I went to the concert party meeting in Accra at the Art Center. I interviewed them there. I went to Musica. I interviewed them, and then some one-on-one. Even Zab Mallet, I cornered him at
Afritico.
Yeah, you know, I interviewed a lot of artists.
Has this pieces been put into a book for us to read?
Some has been released.
You owe it to us,
in bits and pieces.
Because this is something that I think is really useful.
Yeah, very, very. And I brought out the life of Michael Jackson, Fela, you know, Whitney Houston and others, and you know how their life progressed. And because they didn't have that kind of good support, how it all ended, you know, and stuff like that.
Did you focus on any Ghanaian musicians?
I think I did something a bit with Kiki Jan.
Kiki Jan, yeah.
I think.
You met him personally? Did you know him
Yes,
personally?
I knew Kiki in person.
What was he like?
I met him at a time when he started attending North Ghanaian Assemblies of God, because I had also moved back to North Ghanaian, and he was recuperating, and so he had given himself a second chance to even play for the church. That was when we met.
Yes.
And so not in his heyday,
Yes.
but in his sober moments, yeah.
What was he like as a person, one-on-one?
You know, I have also made a hit. I've also had my crisis, and had now poured myself into education. So it was kind of a mixed feelings for me. And I felt whatever could be done should be done to help him. And then I met his daughter too.
Ah, yes.
The daughter, yeah.
Yes.
And that even made it, I don't even know what to say, because I had to tell her things about the father when
Yeah, Vanessa Jan.
Vanessa, yeah.
Yes.
Vanessa, wherever you are, shout out to you.
She'll be on
That is legacy.
She'll be on the show soon.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
She'll be on the show soon. You're big on education. I mean, you've done training, theater arts, guidance and counseling, intellectual property, mediation and ADR. ADR is alternative dispute resolution.
Yes, I had to be trained for interpretation now. You know.
Events management.
Yes,
You've done that?
I love events. Yes, I did that in Kona, Hawaii, with Youth with a Mission. At the moment, so that's why I told you we are starting the training in January.
Yeah.
The base leader for YWM Hopeville in Accra. So the focus is discipleship training, but the focus is performing arts.
Okay.
So we would still train people in events management, principles of redeeming cultures and stuff like that. You know, music and the arts fall into culture. Now, the people who brought Christianity, I told you how my conversion went. But most people who brought the Bible to this part of, like, the continent of Africa, they brought it in their own eyeglasses. You see, in Europe and the Americas, they don't drum.
No.
And they regard drumming as fetish. They don't dance like we do.
Expressively.
Expressively. And so, anything that has to do with drumming and dancing, bad. You know, I even heard that some missionaries even said people shouldn't chew cola.
Why?
I think maybe because they will spit around and make the environment dirty.
Yeah.
That I would say. But they linked it, you know, because if the church says don't chew.
Yeah, it's almost like demonizing.
That is the thing. And so, believers today, we need to redeem our cultures, because God made the drums. God made music, and He's a God of variety. Look, everything God did there's a variety. Even human beings, we have variety. We have the Chinese, the Asian people, we have Africans, we have Europeans, we are different. So our musical instruments are different from yours. So don't say mine is voodoo. No, of course, the voodoo people may use the drums, but what I know is that my creator made the drums. This is what our people say. So God made it, and we need to use it to praise his name. Good stop.
That's it.
So as an artist, go back to your roots. Pick the rhythms that your mothers have. Make it contemporary for people today to identify with it. Then we are preserving our culture.
Tell me something. Is Hawaii as beautiful as we see it in the pictures?
It is. And it reminds me so much of Ghana. And yet, it's at the very end of America. The weather is a bit like us. Their beaches are clean. In fact, we have some of the beaches that the sand is white. I went snorkeling.
Oh, and underwater?
I'm telling
with
you.
your
and it's
diving?
Beautiful. In fact, God is awesome.
You swim?
I swim a bit. Yes, I swim. I have to.
Because you're going underwater now.
Yeah.
How deep down did you go? What did you see?
I saw the fishes. Oh my goodness. Aqua world.
Yes.
It's another world.
On its own.
On its own. And look, we have beaches. God has gifted us with beaches. What do we do to our beaches? What do we do with our beaches, Ghanaians? Because in Hawaii, the beaches make them so much income.
For real?
It's like 90% of the people on the island are tourists. Yes. Those in the other parts where there's snow and things, if they don't come to Africa, they go to Hawaii because the weather looks a bit more like here. The trees, their forests and things looks a bit more like here.
What can we learn from Hawaii?
One thing I learned the first thing in the night, their street lights. Their street lights are not bright, very bright lights glaring. No. So they've saved their Akosombo. Oh, yes.
Soft street lights.
Very soft. And so that alone, they are saving Akosombo. And like in the night, are you going to look for a needle on the street? So we need to learn that and use the solar for those lights,
Yes,
and it's not too bright.
Right.
So we save the current,
Right.
And then it's clean.
Yes.
In fact, they have the volcano. And so you are staying here. The next moment, they are announcing that you should evacuate because by the time I went, it was like 100. It was like an annual thing that the volcano could erupt again. Anytime. So you just hear the announcement that you are to evacuate to another place, people in this area, and at the base, they would make sound alarm just to try out emergency situations.
Yes, of course. Get ready.
We should do that here.
Be prepared for things.
Prepared for things. We shouldn't wait for things to come before we are going to do it. But you see, even fire hydrants, someone will go and put a store on it. So we need to change our attitude to some of these.
The preparedness thing, because some parts of Accra are supposed to be earthquake zones, but I don't remember of any drill
that's
happening for people to just be ready in case something happens, So let's get prepared.
We have to.
Hawaii. Looking forward to going again?
Hey, one thing I learned, in fact, I took shoes like this. I never wore it. Everybody was in slippers.
That's all. Flip-flop culture.
Oh my goodness. And everybody is free, and the weather is like this. So I imagine someone who has 9 months of winter being on that island.
Heaven.
Oh.
It's pure heaven.
And music in Hawaii, oh my God. At all the beaches in the evening, you have live performances. And they will be doing their hula.
Yeah. Aloha.
Aloha is welcome. Yeah. Oh, it's beautiful.
Nice.
Performances that I saw that they value the artists. And so most of the indigenes, that's what they do. Yeah. And crafts, a lot of crafts.
Okay, a lot to learn.
Yeah. And Ghana, I think we are blessed like them because we have the sea.
Yes.
In fact, anyway, but they are changing it. But it's like what I'm seeing too is too Afrophilized.
Let's keep it
we need
natural.
What we have, what is the kind of building we can do that shows where we are. Why should we build 4 walls that without air conditioning we can't stay in a room?
What's the queen for?
So tight, airtight, because we want to use air conditioning and space. In fact, the houses in Hawaii, that's one thing too.
What are they like?
Mostly wooden. And they do the design according to how the mountain is. They will build the house in there.
As part of the mountain.
Part of the mountain. In fact, at the base, when you walk from the top to come down, you have exercised enough. But you don't even, because you are climbing down and up, and they use how the land is to do the walkways and everything. So the stones are arranged. Oh my!
And do they keep the trees? Because here, when they are building, we just clear trees.
They do. It's
trees.
like they design the place according to how the natural place, the natural habitat of it.
Yeah.
I was in Ethiopia and I saw the same thing too.
Addis Ababa?
Yes, I was an artist. You know, so we need to do that a lot.
Incorporate nature into our architecture, road, civil rights, all that stuff.
So even the trees, you know, the trees, what we breathe in, they give us that, and they take what we breathe out. So God has made it that we should depend on each other.
Yeah.
So why don't we have garden holes where you have the climbing trees around, you know, and then you are breathing good, pure oxygen in the night.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you use the air conditioning when the sun is so hot.
Yes.
Then you can vary it.
That's it.
So that's, but because of the way our building and things is, I remember when I first came back, when I spent the longest time in Europe, that was 9 months. And I came back, I had to put air conditioning in my room, have an air conditioned car, and have an air conditioned office because I just couldn't survive the heat. I asked myself, but before I traveled that, I didn't even know that there was...
It was hot.
It was hot. But once you change, a lot of people, the cold there. And yes,
where's the coldest you've lived in?
You know, Germany, Aachen, it's very cold there.
Northern Germany?
Yes.
It's cold?
It's,
how cold? I mean, what describe the cold for me.
I mean, below 0, 3, minus, you know. I've been in there has been times I'm in Europe when it's -5, for instance. I mean,
describe what are you wearing before you get out? What do you wear? Where?
I load down, then the dresses I'm wearing is heavier than my body. And yet you are still cool.
Still cool.
I'm telling you, still cool. Sitting in a tram. So I will imagine the faces of the people. You are surrounded by all white faces. I'll look at their faces. I have this gift. I can say that, this person, his face and nature would have been like Kafui Dey. You know, this one, the way the face is, he will be called Ayele. Only it is white.
Playing your game to them.
I tell you, in my mind, I enjoy it. I say, God, you are awesome. Yeah. See how human beings are humans everywhere. Anywhere you go, you find the rich, you find the poor. You still have people on the street begging.
Yeah.
Anywhere.
Same everywhere.
So humans are humans everywhere.
Do you ever experience discrimination when you went abroad because you were black?
The way I would dress up. Even if you hate Africans, when you see me, you turn and look at me again. Because I will intentionally, even when I'm not tying my hair here, I will tie my hair, I will wear my head here, wear my African prints. You know, we are very colorful.
Yes.
And they are very dull.
Yeah.
I remember at a point, I even took some of my funeral dresses.
Because of the color, eh?
Because of the color. You know, so blue, black, I will wear it.
That's it.
You know, that's it. Because, I mean, every color is black and blue. So if you wear anything colorful, you just stand out.
You stand out, yeah.
For me, yes, but I'm an African. And I am proud I am one. And that doesn't make me less of a human than you.
No.
I don't look down. In fact, it was before I got born again when I was looking down on myself. But when I got born again, I stood up. I'm so proud. And for me, I read the Bible. I see a lot of Africa in the Bible. And so I don't look down on our continent at all. And I'm happy that the nations are beginning to get together. I pray we get this United States of Africa. I'm happy that now some of the countries are visa-free. And Ghana, thank you that we are visa-free to a lot of countries. That is what we have to do.
I'm glad you are expressing pride in the continent. Today I posted something about how China went from poverty to developed nation in 40 years. And under the comment, somebody said, this can never happen in Africa. We are thick in the head.
Oh, no, we should have...
And I said, why? Including you? He said, yes, including him, because he doesn't see any positivity. No. Wow, how do you speak to somebody like that who feels that everything negative comes from Africa?
They should renew their mind and see the cup half empty and not half full and not half empty. There's hope. Even for a tree when cut down, with the smell of water, the tree springs up again. Of course, there are times you find out that the stupid people are more than the wise ones. Oh, yes. But that doesn't mean there's no wise person there.
There's
still some wise person. So the wise people should rise up Let's rise for Africa. Excuse me to say, the stupid ones are too many.
Too many.
The wise, the few wise, let's rise up and make a change.
That's it.
That is why we are the lights. We lights should shine the brightest where there's thick darkness. And so we need to rise up and shine wherever we are. And Africa, I believe, will take a new. And that is why I'm so proud. I'm the African representative for Music to Deal. Music to go to www.musictodeal.com. It's a family of musicians of different countries. It's about over 18,000 music professionals there. It's like a LinkedIn, but all the people there are music professionals.
Oh, good.
From tour operators to blah, 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 whatever.
How do you become a member? Do we have to come and see you?
No, you can just go online and then subscribe.
Music to Deal.
Yeah, Music to Deal.
Okay.
I have a link I can send, but you can go to musictodeal.com and subscribe. Look for people in your interest area. You communicate with them and see how you can link up.
So it's a network.
It's a network, a network of the music production.
I want to take you back to 1993. ECRAG winner.
Award.
Was that your first award?
Yes. That
Best
was
Gospel Music Award. At the age of 23.
Yes. It was. I just didn't know what to say.
Back then, what were award events like? Where did they have the awards ceremony?
At the National Theatre. Theatre.
Yes,
It's Americans who
theater. Yes, Hawaii now. You're a Hawaii chick now.
You know.
And when they mentioned your name, were you in the hall?
I was there.
Did you have a speech ready?
No, but I was sure I would get something.
Okay.
Because that year was my year indeed. It was like my life turned 360 degrees.
Yes.
And I give glory to God for that. That is what made me known. That brought me as Diana Hopeson. Like people knew that there's somebody with that name or somebody like that existed. And so I thank God for giving me that platform. And I thank God I have evolved around the time because life is in cycles. Yes. And every 10 years things change. Every 7 years things change. So you just have to be evolving,
Do awards really open doors?
Yes, it does.
Which door opened that was unopened before the award?
The door started opening when the song came out.
Winner.
Yeah, because I remember when I got a fax message from Billy Graham Evangelistic Ministry that my album, my songs will be used for some of the network. I mean, you can't imagine.
That's big.
Those days.
Billy Graham was massive.
I tell you.
Back then.
I tell you. And then I was invited to Nigeria for some programs. Actually, I'm going to serve as a missionary in Nigeria in 91, 92 was what gave me the push to do a pidgin medley. And it was that pidgin medley that made the song, because of the under-17 victory for Ghana.
Yes.
Everybody was singing winner, and all that. So it opened doors, yes. So once you're an award winner, you are on the front line, you're on the front pages. I mean, if you want to pick anybody in an area, you want to pick the best. So you will look for the award-winning artists and then use them.
You were a missionary?
Yes.
For how long?
I'm still a missionary.
Okay. But the first time was back then?
Well, back then. So
early 90s?
91. So we went to serve in Iana Ipaja in Lagos.
For how long?
For a month.
Did you have a culture shock? What surprised you most when you landed in Lagos?
Shock, One, the place was a bit hotter. The people were many. And in the 91, when we went to Nigeria, I could count the people who were wearing proper dresses. They were wearing their buba. Most of the men were wearing their bada. Traditional. And that stood out for me. And their trousers was molue.
The yellow one?
Yellow one. And they will not stop.
What do you mean they don't stop?
The vehicle is moving. You have to jump on board.
The molue doesn't stop?
No, it doesn't stop. And thank God we didn't have to do that much because our first guest had the vehicles.
I'm trying to understand this.
Later, yeah.
It doesn't stop?
It doesn't stop. Whilst it's moving, you have to jump on board. I tell you, it's crazy. It was in Nigeria. I saw on their highways when there's an accident, the body is not, you can't go collecting it because you will also be crashed. So that tells you the speed on their highways. So you are driving and you see human body, you see hand, leg, scattered on the road. Yes, I saw that.
Wow.
I saw that. And it was scary. scary. You drive and you read, there was a place, the name is not even coming, and you look down and the whole ground is black. You see movement, people, crowd. It's the heads of people walking. Yes. And what broke my heart, or it didn't break my heart, no. What stood out was the speaking of pidgin English. You know, I had just finished sixth form. In Ghana, they will punish you for speaking.
Yes.
And this was a country that even the tomato salad, those who didn't go to school, they can all speak pidgin. So if you are educated, you can communicate, and you can't speak any of the Nigerian language. You can speak with them because they will speak the pidgin, and you would get a wink of it.
So you speak so?
Yes.
So make I hear you.
Wait now. And what? They were giving news in pidgin.
This be the news.
Me na me cultural. Where here in Ghana, in those days, they would hardly even, the dialects, there was just a specific, they were speaking pidgin.
Pidgin news.
News. Hey, and my brother, in fact.
You know see some before?
I know see some before, and I learned fast. When I get to Lagos, I get to the Badagry airport, I have to change my tongue and speak like one of them.
One time.
Otherwise, you can be sold.
My sister, how far?
Sorry, your luggage.
How far?
Body they fine. Hey, you just have to turn your tongue.
Yeah, it'll be easy.
And then try to speak the pidgin, because when you are seen as a stranger,
They can take advantage of you. Yeah. So adapt quickly.
Hey, and the police will stop you everywhere. And even bread, they will ask you, where is receipt now? If you don't have receipt for bread, they will take it. You go to the shop. No, now this be original. Now this be China. Now this be imitation. Now this be imitation. And the prices is what your pocket can afford.
Then you buy. That's all. What was the missionary work itself like?
Okay, so we were at the Guan estates, and there was this woman, white lady, who came from was it the US? Oh, I can't even remember the name. So it was her church, a missionary work that she has started. So she has gotten an estate, and they had built a big church building. So she sent us to go and at least help them for some weeks. So we were there, and Akimi will preach in English. They will interpret into pidgin, and then now interpret into Yoruba. And there's songs for worship. Na Baba God, oh, I dey praise you. And so you can imagine me coming from Ghana and going to a place where all the songs are pidgin. Oh my God, it was a culture shock.
Wonderful.
And even the food, the Niger jollof and the Niger rice. In those days, you will not find any foreign rice in Niger. Nigerians, I dove my heart for you. They love their things.
Yeah.
So it was just that they are big rice that you have to boil and pour the water off and boil again. And that was...
You missed your Ghana rice.
I missed my
You're Semolina?
They will do the
Semo?
And Semo. Oh, I love Semo. I love Semo. And then they have the amala. But, you know, their rice, the jollof is so dry. And then they will add dodo. Dodo is the ripe plantain. And then the meat is dry. You know, they have a lot of beef. It will be dry on top of it.
Completely different experience.
I tell you.
What was your highlight? Best part of the experience there?
Oh, I was Dr. Grace Obi Johnson. He used to be Pastor Grace Agorum in those days. She's my mother in the Lord. And as a woman, she had founded a church, Logos Aflame Ministries. And she has a facility at Victoria Island. And she is my chief host. And they organized the 70 by 7 Club Women's Program at their National Theatre. And I'm the guest, one of the guest artists from Ghana.
Nice.
And then at a point, we were hosted by Ebenezer Obey.
Oh.
Yes, when we went.
Musician.
The musician. And he is from Abeokuta, and that is where Akumi's background is from. And Akumi wanted to see his roots.
Yes.
Because here in Ghana, everybody will ask, Akumi, are you a Nigerian?
Yes.
So we went. And then they took us to
the hometown.
The hometown. Went to see the Ulmo Rock. You know, he met some of his family, and that was just
great
amazing. And amazingly, Kafui, in Nigeria, I have roamed though. I've been to Port Harcourt. I was invited to Zaria as well. I've been to Jos, Kaduna, Idahusa's place, Benin City. You know, Lagos. You know. I've groomed in Nigeria.
Earlier you said you went to Addis as well. Which other African countries have you been to?
I've been to South Africa,
Okay.
Johannesburg, Durban, Cape Town.
Was that part of your
Music
exchange with the South African artists? Did you have a...
that was a Black American artist. Oh yes, but I'm now doing something with the
Koy and the Sun people.
yeah, and in fact I'll be going back in October to finish up what we have started, and so I did something too with the Black American who came. We went to the slave castles, you know. So we did Africa, America, you know, and for the other African countries, for Togo, Benin, Nigeria,
It's your back
Cote
there.
d'Ivoire. Oh, I had a good experience in Cote d'Ivoire.
What happened there? What happened there?
You know, at my lowest speech, where the separation had come with Akumi, and I was just lonely and still in my coil, I didn't know what to do. I visited the church, and I had a schoolmate, Angela White, and now she's not white. I forgot Angela. Forgive me if you want.
You knew her as white, so...
Yeah, and so at the place, I took some of my cassettes, Yesumo, and then so Angela takes it to me. There was a driver who was driving the Cote d'Ivoire consulate to Ghana. So they were driving back to Cote d'Ivoire, and he slots my cassette in the car,
stereo.
and the consulate just fell in love with my music
Right there.
right there. And so he will not let me remove the cassette.
It was there.
And they came back, and so he called that they wanted to see me. And I, you know, in my own small somewhere, I was called to the consulate's house, a big feast. And that was it. So he now promoted me in Cote d'Ivoire. I got to attend the Afro Music Festival, where Rita Mali and some of Bob Marley's children, other people.
Nice.
Should I tell?
Doors were opening.
That was where I sat in the first class for once.
What was it like? What was it like the first time? What surprised you? What surprised you the first time you sat
know,
in
the
the first
person who sat next to me was from France, who had just gotten his credentials and was coming to see the president.
Okay.
And I sat next to him.
Nice.
Had a little chat, but I didn't know what. We came back and I saw it on the news.
So this was my guy on the plane.
Yeah, you know.
Well, how was your French though?
They wanted me to come with all my band, everybody, you know. That was where I had to run to the National Theatre to the late Professor Malcolm, to show me how to, you know, get a tech rider and all that.
Yes.
Because Cote d'Ivoire is asking, and they want me to travel with my band by air. And my band, none of them had passports.
So
They had to do collective passport for them to use a bus. And then I flew.
So the travel documents were a bus movement.
Yes.
And then you two, I met them.
I met them. Okay. And they was at the stadium. And on that stage that night, I was just amazed. Picture.
Yeah.
And you see that happened at the time that the Akumi thing was happening. So I couldn't even make any noise of it.
No.
You know, I would say God has been so faithful. Around those times, I get good invitations. I get to Nigeria and the car picks me, you know,
You enjoyed yourself at a very young age,
and wow. I come back, I'm able to pay all my bills and everything, and I'm in my small corner.
That's it. Waiting for the next one to come.
I tell you, people thought I had gone abroad, but I was right here in Ghana.
Enjoying Ghana.
I tell you. So by 1999, then I went back to school. And even whilst in school, I got some invitations to the UK, you know, and in the US.
Have you played Asia before?
No, I'm here to explore Asia, but I have a sack publisher in Asia.
Okay.
Yeah. So
who knows?
Who knows?
Let me mention some of these songs and
can you believe that along the line, the Asian, the community here, they did something, and I had to learn some Chinese song.
Okay, I want to hear it.
I'll chew.
Your music sounds a bit African.
Yeah, you know.
Tectonic.
Amazingly, when I went to Estonia, Tallinn, the Chinese who came to do a presentation was given an example and used the same song.
The song that you learned?
The song that I learned. And that day, they did something for the Chinese community in Ghana at the National Theatre. So I had to quickly
Learn the song.
learn the song and go on stage and sing it with the
Then
Chinese
drop it.
lady and drop it.
What was their reaction when they heard you singing the song?
It was kind of a mixed feelings for them. And then when I finished, I did one song and it was good.
It was good. It was good. I'm going to name your songs and just tell me what comes to your mind. Winner.
Winner, Kosoaba, Ajemkwa Hine, Yesumo.
This is on your first album?
I've mixed the albums. Winner, my
the
first
first one?
album was He is Lord.
He is Lord.
He arose from the dead, He is Lord. I did Come On Morning When God Gianopelo, and some other song. Koto Dreyina Beyinyamina. It was on my first album.
Okay.
Second album, Winner.
Winner.
Unyami Odumfo. Mese wa baba dumu.
So classic. So.
Yeah. Then Meyi Yehovah yeah Meta Yehovah sing. You know the winner? That's right. You know the winner was a medley. So my body yeah now God I go give am more and darling Jesus.
These are all your songs.
They were all on the winner album. And he was
Who wrote all these songs?
It was my Nigerian influence. Now when I went and I had all the
Straight
pidgin
up.
things, so I came and
Came back.
I turned it and I would sing it the Ghana way.
Yes.
And
These are
make a
classic
birthday.
songs.
Yeah, because
These are classic songs.
in Ghana, pidgin was like is the
The riff raffs.
the Commonwealth boys.
Boy, yeah. Be careful on one of them.
I remember when I went
Gentle warning.
when I went to Lagos, I was at Water Hall.
Oh, those are you are girls.
And then I done few people will start
The
and
songs.
some of my songs that they have
Remixed. We will go remix them.
Oh,
One
and
time.
I'll close my ears.
The Vandas are doing their thing, man. Yeah.
Oh, no. I'll be praying for them.
Keep praying for us.
I'll
Keep
continue.
praying for us.
Anyways, and then I did Yesumo. Me that's what waya mami. Me nyane wa baby. That's one of my compositions.
What?
Momo. Then
Crazy.
if Jesus say yes, no one can say no. That
Beyonce sang that song too.
I'm sure it's an influence from my CD because I went.
Beyonce's was If Jesus say yes,
It's the
nobody can say.
It's the same song.
Same song.
Singing in the UK way, just like me too. I'll pick from Nigeria and come and pick Ghana.
So. These are classic songs.
EB so no
Classic songs.
And then
Kosoaba.
Yesubeye. Oh yeah, Kosoaba was 2003. I was at Legon then. I did the luncheon there. Kosoaba, and he had Senior So and Numai Waye Sana Mesu Meiwayeda Wa Yenyedoso Wa Doyesun. So that became a project work for the video. So I shot the video with my colleagues from the School of Performing Arts. It's online. Yeah, it's online. When you look at it, you see some old photos. That was 2003.
I'm just realizing that the songs we are singing in church,
Most of them.
your songs. Oh.
And then I did which one, Grandpo? Which one, Grandpo? A lot.
Best of Diana. That's a 2001 compilation.
That was 2011.
Compilation.
Compilation 2021. That was 2001.
2001.
Yeah, the best of Diana. So I
Yes.
picked Ajinkwan and some of the hits, and I put them together for the best of Diana. And then for 10 years, as musical president, doing administrative work and things, I was not recording. So 2016, I recorded Asida remix with Okchame Kwame, and Asida Yonyame Nidia Mo 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 Adia Mame Mo. So that one too is there. I like the horns like Fana Fana Pam 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 Fana Fana. The beautiful video.
What was it like working with Ochami Kwame?
Did
Did you catch heat from the Christian community? Why are you working with the secular
I
artists?
did.
What did they say? What was some of the things that they said that surprised you?
Hey, I mean, yes, but I met Ochami when I was doing musical work. I was encouraging the young ones. I wanted to hand over to, the youth. So Ochami was one of the guys I was pushing, together with Obo and others. And meeting Ochami and talking, we had the guy is wise.
He is.
Yeah. And his life is such that I can only preach to him. Because he knows it's not like someone who says there's no God. Me, the Obeka say Nyamini and he's a fool. But someone who believes there is God, I need to help the person know that Jesus has paid the price and live well for him. And so I had a relationship with him. He's smart and he's someone, and his gift, me, that is where I came from. His gift is just because I just said, Ochami, I have these songs, and I said, I'm thanking God. And he listened to it, came to the studio, and just like that. I needed someone with the talent. I mean, it was later that I got to meet these guys. These guys, the name will come.
A cappella group?
No, they are not a cappella. I have some a cappella groups now.
His brothers?
No, brothers. Can I go? I'm seeing his face, Grandpa.
Do they rap?
They don't rap, but they were contemporary, very contemporary.
Okay.
So Gospel Town, Teddy nursed them.
Shepherds? No, not Shepherds.
No, Shepherds came in those days.
Okay.
So, but Shepherds don't rap.
Yeah.
I needed a rapper. They did. It will come.
Yes.
You asked to talk, it will come. Their lead singer is Obed, and they did this rap song. Oh, it will come. Before they are younger generation. I like working with the youth. So Ochami, when it comes to rap in those days, I knew he's modest. He will not say anything that I would say sorry for, and so I called him, and it was a beautiful collaboration. It was. Then I did. So from 2016, I started recording singles. So I did some Christmas singles. Oh Holy Nights.
Yes.
In Adoa.
Why not?
And then
My career cannot have all the fun.
Oh, that's right.
You cannot have all the fun dropping Christmas songs all the time. You can do
Silent Nights in Ayigbe.
Thank you.
Ever.
Yes.
Zanuela.
Yeah,
Zakokwela.
That's it.
So I did that. And then I did other songs. I did another Christmas. I started collaborating with BJ Sam, this guy who collect all hit makers in different countries to collaborate on an album.
That's it.
So we did Merry Christmas. I did the Ghanaian version, and that song, I started with him from scratch. So I did the first recording and sent it to him, and he also added stuff. Then other collaborations with him. Don't Worry, I did another one with him, and then at that time I came out with Hopeson Volume 1. I collaborated with Eugene Zuta, Neil Kine, Pastor Helen Yosin, Celestine Donko, so there are those songs, we release them silently online. So if you miss Diana Hopeson's current sounds, you can just Google Hope Volume 1, Hope Volume 2. In Hope Volume 2, From Music to Deal, I collaborated with a UK musician, and that song is called That Praise.
The Praise, yes.
That Praise,
The Praise.
yeah. So they are there. And then, Bijay.
Yes. Full circle.
Oh, I did Up North. I felt the need to give people in the North something. So I got this friend, Gabriel Agambila, who's a Frafra.
Okay.
He taught me some Frafra songs.
Okay. I want to hear.
Then
I want to hear some Frafra music.
Yesterday la mandana, adela manfara, naraka boy, zunala mandana Jesus, naraka boy, zunala mandana Yesu. Naraka boy, Zunala Mandana Jesus means there's no name like our Lord Jesus Christ. And then I did something in Hausa.
Okay.
Ubangijimu Kaini me girima. Ubangijimu Kaini me iko. Girima duka Yesu nakane. Godia duka Yesu nakane. Okay, go online.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. Beautiful.
So that was Up North.
Yes.
I had a lot of northern language.
Yeah. Expand new territories.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right. So we are now on Mejai.
And I love it so much.
And
There was a time they used to call you Madam Vice President, and even Madam President.
that's right.
These are your musical days. You started out as second Vice President.
As a second vice, as a regional treasurer.
Okay.
Then second vice, then first vice, before I became the president.
Are you the first woman to have been president?
Yes.
And only so far?
That's right.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
What was that like, running for president?
Honestly, I've been a leader. Like everywhere I go to, I end up leading one way or the other.
Would you be the only female president of a musical union in Africa? I know for Ghana, yes.
It is recently that we got someone close to that. But I would say in Africa, for a long time, I was the only. And yeah, there are not many women in leadership in the music fraternity, even in the music industry itself. When it comes to the leadership, the business, it's always 35%. And I thank God that that is the platform he gave me. So I held on to it.
Take us back to 2007, November, Sunyani, the election.
It was something else. You know, my own uncle Ambule was my rival.
Okay.
And even Alaji asked me several times,
Sidiku Buhari,
whether I was interested. And I said no, because I know how hard it is. And I give myself really into things when I say I'm part of this. So when I was the second vice, every week I would go to the office, find out what is happening and do what I can. When I became the second vice, I was doing even more. And so by the time it was time for the presidency, I knew the weight. So I was, and the insults. So oh yes.
What are they insulting you for?
You know, anything goes bad, you will be blamed. You know,
insults?
I'm telling you.
In your face?
I mean, there was a lot of disagreements, like people who wanted to become leaders who just tried to make you unpopular and things like that. So I was not ready for anything like that.
Did you learn a lot about human beings from your time there?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. The good, the bad, the ugly, the ungrateful. Yes, all of them. And so I was in church, and it's like, no, the position is yours. Go for it. Go and help. This is the year I've called you.
You heard a voice?
I wouldn't say a voice. I knew it's
in your
shaped
spirit.
within my spirit. This one I didn't hear another. It came within my spirit, and I knew it was God speaking. So the next morning, I just called Alaji and I said I was interested.
Was he like your godfather, Alhaji Buhari, Sidiku Buhari, or mentor?
I worked with him.
Okay.
He had a way. He had his leadership principles, and I respect him for that business acumen and everything. So I learned a lot from him. Yes, I respected him as a father because he was quite older than me. When I heard his song, I was a little girl, and I heard him like that. So I still respect him and, you know, give him that room. And I had to learn how to work with him. He is like a soldier. Alaji, hey, stop it. He knows what he wants, he'll go for it. He is like a soldier. So I learned how to work with him. You know, every woman has some kind of a power. And if you know how to treat the men God brings along to work with, I don't know how to describe it, but you need to have that team spirit to be able to work with a person. So you use his strengths, you know where his strengths are, you push him, urging on in those areas. So yes, I got trained from how he worked, and we worked together, we collaborated. Where I knew I was strong, I made my strength come out so much. So I made up for his flaws. And so then...
He was a president there?
He was a president.
Okay, all right.
He was a president. So for 8 years, I was I worked with him in a team.
And then now you went for the big job. Okay.
When I told him I would take it, he said, oh, I'll back you up. At that time, you know, women empowerment was at the peak, and he gave me all the blessings. And so we got it.
How did you run the campaign?
Hey, it was not easy. Hey, it was not easy. It was not easy.
What are your tips? You've done it.
Just after the elections, we had an accident. The bus, and it was harsh. But that was where the leadership skills had to come out, how to take care of them, how to deal with the situation, you know. I thank God. At that time, I had just got married to Dr. Hopeson, so he was a great support. And with his skills, helped me to strategize, to do my 4-year plan. So I started counting from day one and wanted to do what I could do before I lived. And I was able to do that.
You ran unopposed?
Come again?
You ran unopposed?
Yes, because my opposition he got himself out in quotes from the principles of and the ethics of the work, because he came and said things. The committee said he should bring some materials, and he didn't bring it, and he didn't show up. So then I had to just go ahead.
I mean, what's it like when you go to the ballot box knowing that there's nobody opposing you? You are going to win. Did you have to reach a certain threshold to be to be considered legitimate?
Yeah, like when the majority goes if there was an opposition that day that no, we are bringing somebody else, it could have been happy, but people were already happy with me. And I thank God that I had built a good relationship with most of them, and they knew what I was capable of doing. Though I was quiet, unassuming, they knew what I could do. And so I'm happy that I got that opportunity to also exhibit my leadership skills and what I have dreamt, prayerfully, what I knew that the union should get and do. The Lord helped me, and I was able to do it.
How would you describe your relationship with J.W. Ambole now? I mean, so many years
He's
after.
still my uncle. He's still the Simqua, he's still an entertainer and a hit maker. And I love and respect him for that. Yeah.
And you work with greats. I mean, Eddie Crenso was your first vice president.
Yes.
Nabura Manziba, second vice president.
Yes, I worked
Nana Kwame
Ampadu there.
General Secretary.
Yes, I worked with all.
Jude Lomote, Treasurer.
Yes.
Siki Morrison, Welfare.
Hey, you have done your work.
Who was it like? These are gurus in the Ghanaian music industry. You know, Ampadu, Eddie Crenso, Manziba, these are...
You need to let your people know what you have, what you are bringing to the table. Let them know their parts, what they have to do, and make the vision clear. Write it. Let them all see it, so that if anybody decides to stay back, you can still keep going. Because there are times that people would just want to pull you back. They would just not come on board. So once the vision is clear, I have written everything. This is what we are doing. This is the plan, everything. Whether you come or not, the work will go on.
Did you get ticked off with people claiming you would be Alhaji Siddiqui Buhari's puppet?
When they say that, I just laugh, because I was not his puppet. When I was the vice and second vice, we were working together. And when I became president, he never interfered. He never. He had a lot of businesses he was doing. He didn't even have the time to come to Musica. The music, he was putting his money into Musica. He was not making money, but he had the passion because he was in the industry and he wanted something for the union. And so when I took over, bye-bye.
You're on your own. You've done training for a long time.
For a long time. So I took it up. Thank God my husband was there. I set a team. I brought other people. That was when I welcomed Mr. Simons to also come serve, And I was, in fact, the young ones, I was just pulling them. I will put you in a committee right now. If you are up to it, we are moving on. Because I knew, I was counting from day one. The 4 years, I put my life on hold. It was all about the union. In fact, that was my mission. And so I organized a lot of training, education. Oh, chai. Because before the meeting procedures, was absent. So bring all those things, got computers for all the regions, I did a lot of proposals, most of them manifested. We got a rehearsing studio, Musica got its own equipment. Musicians could now rehearse and have proper shows.
Right there,
yes, collaborations with the Brazilian, when musicians are coming to the country, let the union know. We organize workshops,
And you're a young leader, in your mid-30s.
So
how was it like dealing with all these? A lot of them are older than you.
The oldest, the elderly one, the Amachi, the this and that, and I give them all the respect that I should give them, make them know that I'm not lording my position over anybody. And the young ones, I pull them to come close. And because I was also a young, I could relate to them. So I was in between. So there was peace. And I was all inclusive. I made sure the high life musicians, the reggae artists, the gospel musicians, if there's a cake, every genre should have, to have front desk for all these people, we started to let that come into the union.
And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe, with our elections, there's always tension around the months leading to the election. And so under your tenure, you organized the Ghana First Peace Train with all these musicians on board. I'll just So you join Amanziba, or Kese, or Hima Mercy, Wuta, King Ayusoba, Ibi Kreso, Sharif Agunu.
In fact, before then, Alaji has a studio.
In Jaulu.
In Jaulu. So if there's anything, he will just match us, or he will just start something. Then we'll go and do something. And before then, I had to lead, when they were doing the HIV project, they came to Musica and I was put on board. So I had to coordinate and get some of the artists. So that was a very good training ground for me. So anything that happened, especially when the women were being killed, then we would do music for it, and Alaji's studio was there. So that thing started. So when the elections, the national elections, the union, that is where our work is. Get everybody to come on to do something to help the nation.
Why is it so much tension anytime we go for elections?
Because it's competition,
Madam President,
and everybody wants position. And in fact, sometimes you can look and see that this person is wasting his time, but the person still wants to chop president.
Let them go.
And so so there's that kind of frustration. Everybody wants to be. There's tension. People are trying to buy people out and stuff like that. So some people run away because of the tension. They don't even want to come on board at all. But they may be the good leaders. And so I'm praying to a time that when it comes to elections, we will allow the people who can lead to lead, in quotes. You yourself, that this thing, you just want to go and also be some. Don't waste
part of the numbers.
God help us, God help us. And then that is where the vetting committees come in, to know who really qualifies and who cannot and stuff like that. Yeah.
And you only stood for one, you did only one term?
Yes, I did one term because I have been involved in the union for far too long. From first vice, second vice, and like I told you, once I'm part of the team, I will serve. So before I got on, I've served 8 years. Before now, I became the president.
Yes.
So for me, it is not the 4 years that everybody saw that I had been working. It's 12 years.
Yeah. Adding all your vice president terms.
Yes. And so for me, and I don't think I needed 2 terms to make a mark.
Okay.
So I sat down and looked at what I could do. And by the end of the 4 years, my brother, I was burnt out.
You were?
I was so tired that I knew that was when my gray hair started. If I take it again, yes, I will enjoy more because I had done the hard work. But then I felt the weight was just too much.
Did it cost you the active years of your music career that time?
I won't say so because I was into music administration. So I'm doing cultural administration. We are doing policies for the industry, which I feel is also very important. We are doing education, which I feel is very, very important. Copyright issues, unionism, making decisions, getting the country's attention that this is a viable industry that they should invest in, just like gold gets investment, music can also have investment. We need to do a research so that investors can see what we have and invest in. And for me, that was still also serving in the music industry. So yes, I was not producing like music, but I was
part of the administration side.
Doing the music administration, and I enjoyed that.
What do you think would be your proudest achievement as president of Musica?
Okay, one, the fact that I helped performances to be better. Now we have a lot of rehearsing studios around, and I'm proud that I was the first person to officially have a rehearsing studio that people know, this is a rehearsing studio. Then now, hitherto churches were suffering because musicians were messing up instruments of churches and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that is one. Education. I started something. When Obo came, he continued. Then NAFTI started even teaching music business. I don't know if it's still ongoing. Unity, during my tenure, there was some kind of unity for the industry and some kind of respect. And that, I believe, made more people feel the need to be part of the union and also to even stand as presidency. It became a bit attractive. Here was a president who is educated, knows what he's about. Speaking to policymakers and stuff like that. for me, and being a woman, I believe I inspired a lot of other women in other fields to take up leadership positions.
What was your toughest time as president of Musica?
When to get a successor, it was very tough to get a successor, because this is, you see all the sacrifice and the work you have made, and you want someone who would come and, you know, continue the work and, you know, leave a legacy for the industry. And it was difficult. It was difficult. It was difficult. And even when Obo came, at the beginning, it was tough. I had to encourage him, because it is a difficult position to take. The industry is not easy. And because of how talent and the industry was built here in Ghana, it's like people didn't see it as proper business. So the few business people who invested in, just had the shops and were selling, and would just invest a bit to record someone. You know, if the thing is now, they will invest in sugar and other things, other than in an artist who, in quotes, next time they are even ungrateful, you know. So most of the businessmen, they were doing other businesses. I commend people like You Name It and Christian Music Shop, and, you know, a few, even Despite, who came in. And because of the music he was moving, started an FM station. They all stopped. They all stopped and turned into mobile phone and stuff. So the industry had no proper footing. And that is one of the reasons why I had to step in to start GH Music Publishing. You know, so I can boast that is the premier publishing, like setup publishing company. At the rest church, I had to keep on describing, explaining what it was all about, because it was new. You know, and I thank God that at least, I remember when I got invited to Medem,
the music business conference.
And once I said, like, I registered as a publisher from Ghana, emails started pouring in. Because they don't have sub-publishers in Africa, apart from South Africa. That was vibrant. Other countries in Africa were not vibrant. At the moment, I'm advocating to get, like, publishers in other African countries. And this is something that should be sponsored, I mean, maybe by ECOWAS or the UN, so that the African countries would link up our music, so that, you know, we can promote our songs even in Africa properly.
It's a big market, over a billion sets of ears.
So if I release in Ghana, I can Zimbabwe, So ECOWAS, I'm calling on you. We are here. Let us, I know there are front desks and people who are doing such things. You look at the other factories, but I believe music can unite Africa faster than any industry. And so I call on the UN, and I did it
after ECOWAS.
AU is one of AUs. Thank you. Call on AU and ECOWAS to get the music professionals together. We can bring peace in Africa faster than anything else. We are preserving our heritage. We are promoting our culture. We can bring unity. Get us together and let us help the African music industry. America is America today because they always came together. It's just one, you know, and that is why they have prospered. So Africa, let's come together.
It's a great call.
You know, now the whole world is looking to African music because we have the vibes.
We do.
So this is the time to work, to lift up the economy, lift up the industry, the music industry in Africa. And I'm sure we can do well. Otherwise, foreigners will inherit our musical. We
don't want that, though.
No, we don't want that.
At all. I mean, it's interesting how your presidency at Musica, Musicians Union of Ghana, opened doors into policy. GAMRO, you served with GAMRO, you've served on the National Theatre Board, Telecel Ghana Music Awards, you've served there. You're still there. Okay. What's it like working on these in these institutions?
It's amazing. So with the National Theatre, I'm happy. Like, you see the different disciplines, and you have to make sure that the dance department is doing well, you know, and stuff, the orchestra and all that. The facility itself has to be up to date and stuff like that.
I hear it's being renovated.
Yeah, it has to. You know, every building, at least after 10 years, there are some building 25 years, you have to do thorough change, some 10, some 15. And as a theater, it has a lot of capital stuff that needs refurbishment, servicing and stuff like that. So yes, it has to happen.
National Intellectual Property Policy Committee.
Yes, so to really shape the Ghana intellectual property policy, I was there for us to put things together. Because when we talk of IP, we have patents, trademarks, and all that. So now we have the IP office.
We do.
Yeah, and the Registrar General, they do some, and the IP office is also there. It's close to their GIJ, that area. Yeah, is there, and Lawyer Parker and the name is gone from my head. Madam, forgive me. I know you, pa. Sister, is it Yvonne? No, Father, forgive me. The name is not coming, but they are good people working there. So if you have a patent, you have something, go and patent it. They are there for you.
That's it.
Yeah, and they will protect. Your work will be protected. And then,
Favorite awards? I mean, from 1993, we're receiving awards all the way till 2026. What's your favorite award?
I think when the Accra was my first and the best.
Yes, because that was the first time.
So I got the Asisuga, the stool. I also got some.
Nice one. Yeah.
But then I think I got one in Minnesota. I was shocked. I got one by 3 Music. The 3 Music one, I was also very happy because they put together a lot of women in the industry, and I was named among and honored. And then Women of Worship also did something they called it Alpha and Omega, where they pulled we women from the 90s, and honored. It was just life-changing. Gina, Nete, wherever you are, God bless you. Jeanette Services. In fact, that event brought Estanya Mitchell, Mary Gansa, myself, Elena Rabos, Selassie. I mean, those of us of the pioneers, and they honored us. They got products. It was as if we were getting married, and that made me, I was happy I'm a Ghanaian and I'm a musician. I mean, so we thank the sponsors, those who would always be ready to sponsor and support our work, and God bless them.
Let's talk about just relationships. I'll give you
I left one. The National Honors.
Okay.
That was in 2007.
And 7.
By the then president.
Yes, indeed.
And that when the state you realize that,
that's it.
That's recognized by
the state. It's a big
not
deal.
just positions they've given you to serve,
no.
But then your work is
for the work that you've done
for the industry. I was fired up.
That's a big deal.
So that's really going to take the presidency was not. I was fired up. I had just become the.
It's a grand medal. The grand medal.
Yeah.
In 2007.
Yeah.
What was that like?
I felt like a national commodity in quotes.
Yeah.
Like I belong to the states.
And you were still quite young,
Yes.
37.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I still feel so. I think for that recognition and the fact that I've served on national boards, I feel I'm an asset for the nation. And I'm always ready to serve in whatever capacity, especially when it comes to the arts and intellectual property things. I'm more than available to serve.
I think I like your passion and your energy. It's infectious. A couple of
Thank you.
Of quick questions before we wrap it up. If a 21-year-old comes to you and says, listen, I found a man I want to marry, from your experience, how would you give advice to that 21-year-old?
I'll first ask, is he your friend? Because this is someone you're going to live with for the rest of your life. Marriage is an institution. Marriage is not just being with, it's beyond friendship. So it should be someone that you can genuinely talk to as a friend. You can criticize the person, joke with that person. It's not like master-servant relationship. Because that master-servant kind of relationship feels as if you are walking on pins. So when the man is around, you give him full respect. And when he's not there, and that I will not advise that for any couple. Because it is love that is bringing you together. So you should love the person, like the person as a friend. You like the person's body odor. You are proud to show people that this is my friend. Then you are talking. Not when you are even shy to say, "Oh, this is, no." Because you are going to be soulmates. You are going to be a part of that person's life. You need to know who you are and who that person is and find out if you can live with that person. Is that person a morning person? What profession is that person in? Can you handle the pressures of that work demands? Are you ready that you can take that person's name for yours and humble yourself enough to allow that person to lead your family? Are you ready to respect that person as the head of the home? Do you have that respect and honor for him? Are you ready to be the neck to turn around? So that friendship for me is key, because God's presence in that, and that when God comes in, you become one. And so you say, what family are you going into? Are you prepared for every family has their own cobwebs? Are you ready to go beyond those cobwebs and still embrace the person? Yesterday I was chatting with my husband and I was telling him, it's funny, and human beings, we are funny. This body we are in, whatever it does, we are in. We don't leave, we don't get out. But you get married, you say we are one flesh. And when the man hurts you or does anything, or you want to leave, no. Find a solution to that problem. So have you quarreled before? I remember a couple I was counseling. I asked, have you quarreled before? I said, oh, mommy, we won't quarrel. He loves me so much. And I love him so much. I said, you need to find out how you people even behave when you are angry with each other and quarrel. He said, oh, we love the Lord so much. We no. I said, the day you quarrel or the day you get angry with him, I want you to remember this day and write down how you are feeling and what you want to do. They were laughing. They said, oh, you'll never. I said, no, don't say never. You know when they had their first fight, big fight, on the day of their engagement, what was it about? If I disclose it, they will know that I'm talking about them.
You're not mentioning their names.
And I've not, no, but I've not asked them permission, so I won't go there.
Yeah. But they had a fight.
They had a fight. And now it's like, hey, no, I was so hurt. I said, yes. So, yes, he will hurt you. But are you strong enough to talk to him about it and decide to forgive him that this is like part of my body offending me and I can't cut my leg off because my leg went to hit a stone and it is paining me? No, you will still nurse that leg that hurts and keep it as part of your body. And that is what marriage is like. And it doesn't mean you will not offend each other. Even our teeth and our tongue. You end up biting your tongue, and what do? You just nurse the pain and still eat that. And because of that, won't you eat again? You still eat. So you need to learn how to, relate with the person and know that this is forever. So if you say you love him, you love everything about the person. So if you can't handle some things about him, you should be ready that you are going to learn and unlearn. Don't let me go into counseling.
No, I like the way you switch into counseling mode. I mean, I like it because you're giving advice, really. When did you figure that something was wrong? Things were not going the way you wanted them to go in your first marriage. Was there a light bulb moment, or it was just so gradual that you didn't even feel it?
I would say there was a light bulb moment, but that came after I had to sit down and analyze everything. Because the person will go, then the crisis will come, it will hit the top, it's like the world, then he will just come down calm.
And how did he deal with you when he was like in the wild stage?
He's wild. Everything is excess. And unfortunately, the abuse too.
Did he hit you?
Oh, yes. It was just too much. It was too much. And I don't wish anybody to go through this. But come to think of it, know that the person was sick.
Yeah.
Because when you don't know that it was a crisis, all sorts of things go through your mind, and you have to now forgive the person for all that he did. So you keep forgiving. So remorse, blah, 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 comes up again, and you get to a point you don't even know. I started now dying myself because you have become numb. You know.
Did you have anybody to confide in?
I was carrying everything to God in prayer. And that gave me so much relief. But then you need help outside. Because yes, God comforts me, I'm okay. But what about the other people that it is extending to? So you had to do something about it. And so at a point, had to go to the head office and...
Of the church?
Of the church. And let them know what was happening. You know. In fact, he had a cousin, I don't want to mention his name. Reverend will invite us. He was then in Kumasi. We went to stay with them just for him to talk to us. I'm sure he was also not sure what was really happening. You know, a lot of people helped here and there, you know, but then since we had not found the roots, we couldn't know where to put the...
You didn't know that back then it was bipolar?
No.
You did not know?
I didn't know.
Okay.
So...
Do you have got like threats, death threats?
Yes.
You got death threats?
Yes.
Wow.
That was when I now made a decision that no, I need to run for my life.
Yeah.
Because he said he was going to get a gun, he would shoot me and shoot himself, and that would be it. I remember there was a time we were in a car, there was a big truck in front of us, and he was driving. I said, when you were smiling with the people at the theater, if you do, I'll crash in this car.
What?
And then I realized he was making arrangement for the gun. That was what now...
How did you know?
He went to the barracks. His stepfather used to be a soldier. So he's a barracks boy. We used to be the pastors of the Bema campus, yeah. So he knew people at and he started making arrangements. So he came home and said, I called so and so, and I'm asking of... So in my head,
Yeah.
Wow. When I know, and whatever he wants to do, he has the way you do. So the next time he beat me, unfortunately that day I didn't have anywhere to hide. We had this inbuilt wardrobe. That was where I ran to.
Inside the wardrobe?
Inside the wardrobe, and he removed his belt. I had the crisps. I had, I was bleeding. My
mouth.
mouth.
Whip you with a belt?
Yes, and it was just too much. So when I was able to run from there, it was like, no, I'm not going back. I'm not going back.
Did you go back?
No, I didn't. I didn't. So I first went to one of his cousin that he has complained and said everything. She didn't believe because I was covering things up. So now when I ran to her and she saw the blood, the bruises and everything, it was then that it was like, no, there's something wrong. There's something wrong, definitely wrong. So I didn't go back. And well, I'm here today. I like to share this.
You are.
I'm happy.
You are.
So you can imagine when I heard about this Nigerian lady who had an abusive husband who died, I just said, no.
When you hear those stories.
It shouldn't happen to anybody. It shouldn't. Oh, for a long time, when you open the door, I just get startled. Yeah, for a long time. Up till today, when I'm in a room, I would prefer to lock the door so that I know who is coming.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
That's not. But I thank God for healing.
Yes.
I thank God. Hey, at a point when I hear the name, my heart, it was literal pain. Like I feel as if they are squeezing the life out of me. And I cried. I just went to the Lord. I said, God, I can't handle this anymore. Help me to forgive him. Help me, because I want to forgive and forget, but I'm not. And
it's hard.
It's hard. It had. Took weeks. But when I was able to forgive him, I became alive again. But that was the turning point.
What was the trick? How do you forgive somebody who takes you through 7 years of...
I wanted to.
Okay. So the will has to be there.
The will, and then you have to tell yourself, decide that you want to. When the negative thoughts come, literally try to turn it around. And that is where Magi comes in also. tell God, this is, I didn't hide it or put it under the bed. I go to God. I said, God, this is what he has. I'm hurt. I'm in pain. But I know this pain can kill me. And I'm too young to die like this. I don't want this to kill me. So heal me, help me. I said, God, help me. I fasted, I prayed, I cried. I did whatever in my power I could do. And it came so beautifully. And when I knew it had come, I was free. Before, when I talk about this, my whole day is messed. I mean, I'll weep. But then it now became my story.
Yeah.
And then I realized that I have become a victim of circumstance. So I will not allow people who thought that I was the problem or anything, I will not let that bury me.
And people thought so?
Oh, yeah.
They said you were the problem?
Yeah, because he was going to people complaining about me when it was the opposite. So some believed him.
What was his biggest complaint about you?
Okay, so what happened was he was handling the money and everything. And in that state, anything and everything could happen. And so I just couldn't handle it. And then there were debts, the extravagance, a whole lot of things. And I couldn't handle that as it was difficult.
Because he was your manager, right?
He was my manager.
Yes.
So then at the church, they said, okay, he should manage anything, but the money, I should manage it. It happened for just 2 weeks. He took over again. And I said, okay, you are my husband. Be my husband. I don't want you to manage me anymore. That was it. So it's like I'm ungrateful.
Yeah.
Who knew me if he had not brought me up?
Did he discover you?
He was my husband from the word scratch. But I was singing before
you met him, yeah.
And he would not preach without me singing.
Ah.
So we were a family ministry.
Like a team.
A team. A good, beautiful team. Sometimes he will, even if I have to go to stage, he will. Oh my God, that killed me. Hey, we have seen things. He will do all the arrangements, he will arrange the interviews, everything, and I am the timekeeper. I will make sure that, once he gives me the schedule, I'll prepare for it. We're a beautiful team. So it's like, so now that the money has come, she wants to leave you. And she wants to, oh my God. So people believed him. People who didn't know that there was this situation believed him. He is believable and he can tell his stories, And the fact that he even went to the press that they should publicize I had left him, that was my biggest pain.
Oh, before that, the president didn't know anything that was happening?
No, I mean, who will know your story if you don't go talking about it?
So he went to the media?
He went to the media, and that was the knife that cut my heart. I was so hurt. I was so hurt. And then when he came that, well, he has found someone, so he hasn't got money for the divorce. I should do it.
Oh, he said you should go and divorce?
He should, yeah. And then started harassing me. You come, you have to go and do it. I'm going, and it was difficult. So now I had to mourn. The person is alive, but I have to mourn him and let go of him and live a single parent when the person is alive. And people will still ask you about, you are still bearing his name.
And you had a child with him?
Yes.
Okay. How did this whole episode affect the child?
I remember initially, the child looked like him. When I even see his back, his ear, and then I get angry.
They're transferring.
And it's like, this is an innocent 7-year-old boy. Why should I hate him because of something not his fault? I had to literally work myself out of that to love him. It has not been easy.
Yeah.
I tell people the energy you need to separate, you need half of that to keep the relationship working.
The separation energy is wilder.
Come again.
The separation energy is
It's too much. So use the energy to make sure it works. Mine, it was a disease. We didn't even know what kind of disease it was. So it was inevitable. And my life was at danger. But I will not advise anybody, unless once it is death matter.
There you go.
That one, dear, please. If there's death matter threatening your life is being threatened, please ask for help, flee. But if there's no death matter in, the energy you use the energy to find a solution to it. than try to let go of it, because it will follow you, especially when there's a child in it.
There's always a constant reminder.
There's a oh my goodness, there's a constant reminder. When you least expect, you know when you don't want to see someone, that's where
The person will appear.
So please save yourself. Let it work. Make it work. Find a solution. Find help. Make it work, because you need quadruple that energy to stay separated.
How did you negotiate the years of being a single parent? Because there were many.
I made 10 years.
Yeah.
I made the most of it. When I told myself I'm starting life all over again, because, from the time I left school and the time I got married, I did not really live a single adult life.
So you left school when you were like 20?
Yes.
And then got married at 21?
Yeah.
For 7 years?
Yeah. So I didn't live that adult life like in the university, So I tell the young guys, enjoy your single life. Because when you get married, you are no more yourself. You have become twin. And then when children come in, cry, they boo, 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 boo. Your life is no longer yours, because you have this fresh little baby whose life depends on you 24/7. And that's why counseling is very, very important. Because I know parents who, when postpartum comes, it's difficult, because they love children, but they don't know that it is work. They don't know that 24/7, that small life depends on you. So your life will have to be around them. They've not let go of, they still want to own their individual life, and now there's a new dependence. So they can't handle all that emotional stuff. And then, of course, the change in our physical body and all that, coupled with if it's a fresh marriage, So it's important to seek professional counseling. I won't say advice, because that's for advice. Whether you like it, you take it or not. But counseling, if you go to a proper counselor, you will do the test, you will do the blood test, to even know that your bloods can match, so that you're not marry and your children start dying, and then the genetic, whatever, your family tree, the background, see if you are compatible, your temperaments, money matters, how are you going to run your new family, and all that comes in. And the professional counselor will do tests to validate what you are thinking. And most of these tests are, at least 97, 99 accurate. So it's important to seek counsel, so our marriages will thrive. Even when you have had all the counseling, you still enter the marriage and your eyes open.
Even more.
They say you get blind or you fall into love. But then you get into the marriage and your eyes will be open to things, new things about the person. And whilst we are growing, we are all changing and evolving. And so to be able to adapt to the new person, you can't just go in unadvised or without counsel. Some people feel that counseling, you are bringing a third person. No, you are not bringing a third person. You are seeking help, and it will help you. Now we have a lot of counselors. We have the counseling the GPA. We have the council that certifies us. Every year you have to renew your certificate. And so you don't have the excuse to say that you can't find a counselor. Yeah. And be ready to pay.
That's it.
Be ready to pay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's somebody's profession.
Professional advice.
I see we water down everything.
Yeah.
I want cheap stuff. No. You are suffering in your marriage.
So the problem will come.
Please, you're ready to pay.
So you were in Ghana for those 10 years?
Yes. I did travel, but I didn't stay longer. No, not more than a month or less than 6 weeks. I'm back. And I was in Ghana.
Yeah.
So I had a shop at the Awudumi roundabout.
What were you selling?
Musical X and stuff.
All right.
And then I went to school, so I would drop my son on the way to school. I had my small car, then I'll go to school. From school, I'll pick him, we'll go to the shop, do his homework, blah, 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 come back. I made it memorable for us.
For those 10 years?
For those 10 years, I'll take him out. I decided to be part of his life because, parenthood in Ghana is something. Culturally.
Were you stigmatized? Were you spoken as a single woman? The people look down on you?
Oh, do I even look for that? I'm busy doing what I should do. That I don't even, in quotes, you have your own mentality. But this is the new Diana. And she has become a victim of circumstance, but she's not staying buried.
But you're still using his last name back then? Or you
At
went
that
back
time,
to
I added my maiden name. But
Butchie.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I added the maiden
So it became what, Diana
Akemi Butchie.
Butchie, okay.
Just to give me some relief,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and you know, you are not ready to divorce someone and the person is asking, you know, it was not easy. And it was like, I don't think I'll just stay as I am. So I went to the missionary field. I went to Youth of the Mission fully as a missionary.
So who divorced who in the end?
So he wanted a divorce and he said he didn't have money, so I should pay for it.
Wow. Wow. And where were you when he passed?
I was married.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was a year or two, just had my second year of marriage when I heard he passed.
How did that make you feel at that time?
I don't know, I can't describe it. I was not surprised because he was a sickler.
Okay.
Yeah. But I was sad because I didn't, like, anyway, we will all die and something will kill us, you know.
Yeah, something must kill a person.
Yeah, so it was sad, but that is life.
Yeah.
And life must go on.
How was it like to being Mrs. Hopeson?
I feel the Lord gave me a second chance, and it is just by His grace. So it's another ball game. So this is a counselor. He's admirable. I call him my big teddy bear.
Is he also a counselor?
Yes.
Oh, okay. 2 counselors in the house.
So you can imagine.
You have some friendly arguments about approaches.
He can speak. So sometimes it's like, look, please, you are not lecturing, no. But he's a friend.
Good.
We are colleagues. We are, you know, and he's just lovable, you know. And so he makes life interesting.
Which is what everybody wants, really.
How long are we living?
Someone who can make your life interesting.
How long are we staying on this planet that I said I love and we are in the same house? I would make the most of. I want to create good memories, and we all want to outdo each other. So we all want to find things to do to make the other feel valued and treasured. Yeah. The latest thing he did, you want to hear?
Yeah, I mean, my ears are always itching.
You know, he buys my shoes.
He knows your shoe size.
He knows my shoe size.
He
never, if I what I'm wearing, he bought it. And he knows, I mean, so the Magi dress, you know, and we're talking about it, blah, 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 and then Her Excellency, the name is gone. She gave me a gift of a bag that goes, that's it.
Yes,
it goes with the Magi thing. And I love it so much. So he went to get a shoe to go with.
To match with the bag.
I woke up in the morning, it's like, look at that rubber over there.
It's yours, man.
This is the least I could do, at least. And I was just so touched.
Yeah.
That he could think and then go and look for something that would go with it. Because of late, I don't even like wearing shoes. I'm
Not to be on the flat level.
And he got something good that I'm going to wear on the 30th. So come on the 30th, come and see my new shoe.
It be so. Then you, at
Let
least,
me make you laugh.
at least. We're almost done.
It doesn't make he's perfect, and I'm also not perfect. We are 2 imperfect beings, but have become part of each other. And I would want to cover him in his weakest spots, and he also cover me in my weakest spots, and that is what makes the bond solid.
Very strong. A couple of what-if questions before we go. What if you had never gone for musical presidency? What do you think would have happened?
It's part of my platform. So I don't wait to get a position before I do what I feel is needed. I pray, I think, I use my hands, I use my heart. So when I feel led by the Lord that do this thing, I don't wait to get to be called that this is your position. I do.
Just go.
That is me.
That's it.
And once I know that this is the timing for it, God wants it done, I give my life to it. And it's amazing. God brings the help. That's what I've noticed. You just take one step and then you find people coming from here and there. I mean, it's just amazing.
Take the step first. Take the step first.
The step first. And most of the time, you don't even need money to take the first step.
Just any.
A lot of people they are sitting on their destinies because they are waiting to see money before they move. Please. Even the Israelites, they carried the ark. They said, put your step in the water, the Jordan River, and as soon as they stepped in, it parted.
So make the move.
Make the move, please. Not the giant step, just the little step. Just move your leg. One move may be just calling someone and telling the person. Another move may be just you yourself writing it in a book. What stops you from doing that? That one, you don't need money to do that. So please, wake up. The world is waiting for you to manifest, to show what God has given you. Get up. Do you have to call? Do you have to write? Do you have to tell someone? Do you have to describe it? Do you have to sing it? Do you have to dance it? Do you have to draw it? Please take the first steps.
I'm glad you're saying this, When your assistant called me to invite me to the book launch, immediately I said, the CD launch, I said,
pen drive, sorry.
I said, you know what? I'd love to have it on my show. And that was just yesterday.
And I'm here
And you're here.
You see, me, I act.
That's it.
I act. When you said it's in Tema,
Yes.
I could have said, oh, Tema is too far. They are doing the road.
Yeah.
Too bad.
Let's go.
So I finished the interview, sat in the car straight here.
Boom.
Because opportunities and doors, you have to be ready. When readiness meets opportunity, breakthroughs happen.
That's it.
And be willing to make the move and the sacrifice. Thank you for bringing this. This is a typical example of my life.
Yes. And thank you for your assistant calling me. What if Judy Blay hadn't been disqualified in 2007? Do you think you could have still won the election?
I would have still won.
You could have still won it?
Yeah.
You had that support?
I have that support. Even the last election Gamro did, I got the highest.
You know how to win elections?
Well, I won't say that I know how to win election quotes. I have served the industry. So anybody I have lived with, I have worked with, know who I am. I'm not an angel, but I'm not there to extort. I'm there to make things happen. I'm there to serve. I'm a full-time missionary. And for me, work is worship. And I know the area God has called me. And so I go in to make things happen. If you like it, fine. If you don't like it, I won't force myself on you.
That's all.
Because there are a lot of things at that work everywhere.
There's enough work to do. Enough.
I'm actually the day you baby, baby. You know, it's Jesus who said it.
Yes.
When he went somewhere, Jesus went everywhere doing good, though. But he got to a place that people said he shouldn't come.
And he left.
He left. Oh, he left. There are too many places needing support and help
That's it.
You don't stay at one point that somebody doesn't like you. So don't let anybody frustrate you.
Just move
Move on. Go to where you will be valued and accepted.
Finish.
And there you will shine.
Nanyen. How do you say Nanyen in Awutu?
Never dine.
Never dinela.
Never dine.
Never dine.
I like the la.
I have to add a lot to it.
You know, I'm married to never.
Oh, I didn't
so
know
me
that.
too now.
Oh, the la must drop.
I'm eating for 3.
Thank you very much. It adds to the voice quality. Welcome home.
Thank you.
Sometimes you think, what if you had your counseling at the age of 21 for your first marriage? What do you think would have happened?
Oh, there would have been a lot of changes. There would have been a lot. There would have been, if I even knew what I was dealing with, there would have been a lot. They would have gotten help earlier. For instance, if he was put on in fact, I later realized that even our marriage, the time he came to do the engagement and wedding, he was still in crisis.
Ooh.
Yes, because I that is why he did it. Oh, that is why he did that.
Things started making sense.
Yes, things started making sense. And if we had that knowledge was there, things would have been totally different. And but I'm telling you, God also used this to build some kind of resilience in me. I learned a lot. My character was worked on. Do you think I would have been this patient if I hadn't had someone who would punch my mouth if I don't say things right?
Your mouth.
I tell you, he will punch anywhere. So at a point when I'm with, if I will say something, I'll make sure the distance is far. And I will have to polish the thing. You know, say,
Lest the blow comes. Wow. It's like a war zone.
It was a good discipline. So I had to learn it the hard way. Learn it and learn it. Learn it. Because things that would trigger someone to be angry, it's just from the way you say things.
Yes, yeah.
Our words trigger anger, number one, even than our actions. Even our non-verbals, the way you look at the person.
Yes.
Yeah. And so if you are not mindful of those things,
Get yourself in trouble.
you just end up having trouble with everybody. But if you go the other way too, everybody will love you.
That's it.
And God has given me nice dimples. Should I see his good face?
So dimples are to die for.
Let me smile and make the world a better place for someone. Let someone see it and just also start like you're smiling.
Yeah, enjoy
Start
the
smiling
dimples.
and enjoy. And let's be thankful to God for this, giving us this beautiful planet.
That's it.
Look, he made this planet, made the animals, made the trees, made the fruits. See how nice mango fruits and things are. And he just gave it to us.
You're a mango chick too?
I
love mango too.
Last night I had to sip some good mango juice.
Yeah. So,
You know, so we need to see the brighter things of life. God didn't make a mistake of putting us in charge of this beautiful garden.
at all.
Dress it and keep it.
That's it.
You don't have my second no bottom today. Now everything is online.
Yes.
Please
Digital,
share up,
man.
share up, Share up.
I love it. I love the vibe.
And
Love
if they
the-
know, China
It's straight.
Everybody always know why.
That's it.
And again, because sure the mumpa na for plans. Second by the end of it, start writing it.
So that when it counts,
then you know
meet
what
it.
that is it. Otherwise,
It will come and then you don't have a plan for it.
you will mess it up again and you go to square one.
So if you don't have money, write plans for when the money will come. That's
And
it.
when it comes, you see that judiciously you will do it. Certain things you have to do, you're able to do
Do
it.
it.
And like I said, it's a cycle. So at every point, you are either growing, you are getting to the top, or you are at the top. And you have to come down again
Okay.
and start another cycle.
Yeah. So respect the cycles.
That is it. There's a cycle in every aspect of our life. And know where you are and know how to behave at every point in time.
Mami Teria, where is the autobiography? There was an autobiography that was supposed to drop 6 years ago.
Well, it's still, the script is still there. Now the story, there's a lot of things that has been added to it.
What chapter would shock us if it came out today? If that autobiography came out today.
Let me tell you that the beautiful chapter is still in the writing.
Good.
Because there are a lot of things that have come that I'm happy that it was not it was not released. So I'm adding more. Now with technology, with better tools of writing, the story will come out even more better.
Good.
Yeah.
So when can we expect the autobiography?
Oh, let me not promise that. For now, what I say is go on my website, dianahopeson.org.
I hear you.
And go to the shop, get my pen drive,
Yes.
get my caps,
Yes.
get my wristband. And please, this is a fundraising thing. You can decide to buy a stack of it. I will go to places. I will share it for people
That's it.
just to remind them to be conscious of negativity and evil. Like you wear it, your word I have kept your word in my heart that I will not sin against you. To remind you, okay? And I mean, I'm doing this translation thing and we need money to do. I am going to start this school in January 2027 and we need to support the musicians or the creative people who will come. So when you patronize Diana Hopeson's things, you are just supporting a very, very good cause. So I invite you to come to dianahopeson.org,
Yep.
go to the shop
And support.
and let me hear from you.
What if a young artist came up to you and wanted to know whether it is better to own your masters or to have a hit? What would you advise that artist?
So it's God gave you that gift. So it is yours. You need to be wise in making you. In fact, when Jesus talked about the power of the talent, he expected that the talent will be used to make profits.
To grow.
To make profits. So, those of you who think that Those of us with talents, we are gifts, so no profits. God expects us to make profits with the talent, to live by that talent. So when we make events, you plan for the food, you pay for the canopies and everything. Please prepare to pay for the music.
Exactly.
Even if you are using a soundtrack or a DJ, make sure that you plan for that. Okay, having said that, I've lost my thought.
Yeah. The artist comes and says, what's more important?
Okay, quickly.
Only my masters.
God
or
has given
creating
you
a
that
hit?
challenge. You have recorded. If you had a record label or someone bring the money to record, that person has a part of it. And you also have the composing part of it. Don't sell it. Let that part be your part.
People are selling their shares.
Yes.
Oh.
People are selling their works. The Chinese came in recently and bought a lot of works.
Ghanaian works?
I'm telling you.
No way.
I met them. But I met them. They wanted to work with me. I realized where things were going. They themselves, their character came out and they had to run away.
Whose works? Can you tell us whose works they bought?
I bet you I can't.
But they bought it. Ghanaian music.
Ghanaian music, some gospel, some other genres. So
Wow.
The people maybe have the names but they don't own anything to it.
How much did they pay?
Oh, they will pay you something that you know is sizable that you feel you can use. But it will be a best sense this year. A best sense this year. The money was quite enough that you can say, oh, I can buy this from it, I can buy that from it. But when that money gets finished, that is it. And your song, if they have it for good, it can go anywhere.
Gratuity.
Yes, And it depends on also of course, the kind of contract you are signing.
Wow, they came to town to buy.
They came to town to buy
works.
catalogs, yeah. And people, I need the money. I have more songs. I can record others. So let me sell some. I mean,
I want a number. Give me a number. Are we talking about hundreds of thousands or millions?
It was quite big because the money was big. Like depending on the size of the artist and the color, yes, how big the songs are.
Are these young, current artists?
They are
Old?
current, old.
Oh, really?
I can't tell you names. That one I will not.
Maybe when the camera goes off.
Of course, I can. That one.
Wow.
But no, even if I tell you, you may.
No, but I was.
I'll sign an NDA with you. I'll sign a non-disclosure agreement with you.
I'll save you from temptation.
You have my word.
I save you from
No, but I
temptation.
cannot believe that people came to town and made this offer.
They did.
It's like buying property, somebody's house.
Yes.
So they've bought the rights to the music.
They bought it. And now, the whole world is looking to Africa. So they bought them. And a musician, that is why if the industry is not sustaining, just sell it. I mean, my wife is in the hospital. My rent is due. I have this and I'm not,
What could have been the alternative? I mean, if somebody comes and says he wants to buy your masters, can you rent your masters out for a period of time? Or it's a sale. I mean, somebody wants to buy my house. I said, I won't sell, but you can have a long lease, maybe 10-year lease. Can you do something like that with music?
You're a good negotiator. After all, agreement is what the both of us are happy with. So you can negotiate. And if your song is big, you can negotiate and say, okay, I won't sell. I'll give you for 10 years, but I'm still taking this amount of money.
You can do that. So they should have been talking to a publisher like you.
And get a lawyer to check the clauses in the contract.
Wow. I would never have believed that people can buy people's catalogs like that. Well, but then you hear about it abroad.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson's catalog has been bought by this record company or something.
Yeah. And 70 years after you are dead, the work has become public domain.
Yes.
But then those who are still selling it will still be selling it.
So the music that you have written and belongs to you, your grandchildren will still enjoy it 70 years after you've passed on.
Yeah.
Before it becomes public domain.
And even public domain means anybody else can also play it. And then without asking permission or anything, because you've had enough. But you can still be selling the original things and still be making
money.
Yeah.
Wow, people need a lot of education, Now, what if the Hutu language disappeared in your lifetime? What would Ghana lose?
Ghana will lose our indigenes, and that is bad. That is bad. In fact, countries that have honored their indigenes prospered. So it's important that our country honors the indigenes. How can you honor them? By making sure that the language is not extinct. There are schools. It is still spoken. Maybe some projects to support them. And
Is it taught in school?
it has to be taught in school.
Now it is not.
Now it's not, but with what we are doing, it to be taught in school. And I'm happy and proud to say that the whole one Congress came together, like those in the North, South,
Gonjas, Latte people.
and they choose to put their headquarters in Awutu. I'm really excited, and I can't wait for the headquarters to be built. We will make sure that we preserve the Guans, because we are the indigens. And when the nation honors us, we will prosper. We will prosper. Yeah.
What if you had remained purely a performer, hadn't gone into union leadership, hadn't done copyright work, hadn't done counseling? What do you think? How do you think your career would have turned out?
I wouldn't have been here now, but I would not know. Yeah, I would know what. I may not. I don't know.
Would you have been happier?
I believe God does the best for me, and He even would take my lemons to still, because at a point I got, in the midst of the Akiu Me Wahala, I got the offer for someone to manage me. I would have gone to one of these neighboring countries, because the tycoon was from another country.
Which country?
I don't want to disclose things.
Just a country.
Cote d'Ivoire.
Okay.
And was it Cote d'Ivoire? Sierra? Somebody. I'm trying to mess up.
I know.
I confuse.
I know.
So I would have been recording and just performing. I would have toured more. I would have been roaming, and you become like a property of the label.
Yes.
You'll be handed over from here to there, and the things will be decided for you. I'm happy.
You like your freedom?
I'm happy. I like my freedom. I'm happy because I pray. I know what God wants me to do. I'm able to do it, and I'm happy.
Okay.
And if people don't, I don't fight with people, but I will let you know certainly what I think needed done, and peacefully go ahead and do what I have to do.
Would you say you're a strong woman?
Well, if not, I would have been broken by now.
Yeah.
With God, I am strong.
Really so.
Honestly, with God, I'm strong. If I don't have God, I'm just like anybody else with nothing to hold on to. He is my source, and He is the strongest. So yes, I'm strong.
What you call the beautiful crown on your head? Are they locks?
Yes.
How long have you had them?
Less than 3 years.
Sorry?
But then I wore my natural hair for quite some time.
Long time.
Before I locked. Yeah.
It fits you though.
Thank
It goes with the dimples.
is that honestly, my good friend kept telling me, you have your hair, but you see this prejudice. I was so prejudiced against
With them
dreadlocks. So prejudiced against it.
What was your biggest fear? What do you think it was all about?
I felt they were dirty. I felt they stank. I felt they were ganja smokers. Yes, that was me. Seriously, I hate, like when I see someone coming with dread, I will pass the other way. I don't want to go close to them.
That was a prejudice you had.
And then also, in our childhood days, I ever met someone, sorry, a young boy who they said Akoma Fano, and so
the spirit entered into him.
so he was wearing dread, and so it's like, then they put these cowries in, so it was like fetish. But then in the Bible, I realized that John the Baptist was a Nazarite.
Yes.
So John the Baptist was a Rasta guy. That would not still change my mind. So I was in Europe, and I was working in a studio. And a couple, Ghanaian, wearing dread, came to work in that studio. I was administrator, and I had to work with them. So with this prejudice, it's like, how can I survive? When they're in the studio, I don't want to come there.
Were you going into tongues and things? Were you speaking tongues?
Oh, yes, I had to pray. I spoke in tongues. Thank
Wow.
God. What is this? Then the Lord said, go interview them, find out why they are wearing dread. So I asked them, I started with the wife, and then the man also came in. And they are living in Europe. It's very expensive to go to the salon.
Economic reasons.
And it is so cold that the bushy hair was even good, give them some heat.
Some personal heating.
And so if you keep your hair and it is so bushy, you have to do something about it. And so then the best thing was to wear this kind of locks. I asked, so is there no ritual that is there? No. We don't smoke. In fact, I was ashamed.
Complete education.
So I had after interviewing them, I had a 360-degree change. And see me today wearing some.
Fits you.
And it's the most easiest hair to keep as a...
Really?
Yes, if you have an African, the Afro hair, the way it is so curly, this is the easiest way to maintain it.
What's your routine? What's your hair routine?
So every week I do wash once, and I have my moisturizers, I have my oils. In fact, I use the Fang's products.
Yeah.
They have the oil, they have the pomade, they have the shampoo, they have the conditioner, they have the leave-in. So I do all that.
What is a leave-in? What's leave-in?
The leave-in conditioner.
What are you
Usually, when you use the shampoo, you have to use the conditioner. But we have...
What is conditioner?
The conditioner will condition the hair to be soft.
What condition are we talking about?
The condition of the hair with the sharpness. You see, soap has its own harsh treatments in washing the hair. The conditioner will make it, condition it to be soft and manageable, and so cool. It will make it so cool.
But what do you have? Why do you use shampoo though? What is shampoo?
So shampoo, there are some vitamins and things that we need to put in the hair.
Okay.
Yes, the hair too breathes. It's life.
All right.
It can die. When it dies, it comes off.
Yeah.
You see, the mouth will be white. Not to say, God says He has numbered our hair and knows when one goes out and one comes.
That's it.
So if God even cares about the hair, we need to love our hair and treat it well.
Okay.
So you give it the shampoo that has the vitamins and things that it needs, condition it. In fact, before I used to once I'll have headache. The moment I put oil under my skin, the headache goes off. I realize that I have a dry scalp. So you need to know that, so that you base your hair. So every other day I have to put oil in my hair. I have to spray it.
How many products are you using for this hair?
For this hair.
So shampoo first?
So, yeah, to wash it.
Then you condition?
You condition
at the same time or right after?
After you wash the shampoo, you condition it, and then
you wash out the shampoo?
You wash out the
shampoo.
Then
you put conditioner in it?
Then you wash out the conditioner too. So then you have to put the leave-in conditioner in.
Is that one you leave it in?
That one you don't wash it off. That's why it's called leave-in. So it has all the minerals and the vitamins that the hair needs.
Okay.
The hair grows.
But you were talking about oils also. So where do we?
Yes.
After the leave-in?
Yes. Put oils in. You massage the scalp to it feels good. Yes. And that is your head. Your hair adds so much value to you. And the Bible says that our hair is our glory,
Yes, indeed.
Yes, and so
a lot of work has gone into this hair.
Oh, it's now part of my daily routine. So every week I wash it. And then every 3 months I go to tighten the down. That one I go to the salon and then...
You tighten the down? Whoa.
Yeah, because...
With what?
They use a crochet to weave it.
You have instruments for your hair?
They have instruments to do it. And then they weave it, they tighten it nicely, the new groove.
Okay.
So if you are using perming cream, like perming cream every 6 weeks, you have to go and retouch the ground, the virgin hair that has grown. You have to chemicalize it again.
Okay.
And some of those chemicals are strong that as you use it, it can give you headaches, eye issues and stuff like that. So now I don't use those harsh chemicals.
But you use the conditioner, the shampoo, the leave-in, and the oils.
They are all like food. Just as you put ointments and lotion on your body.
For the head.
You need to do for the hair as well.
Okay.
When your eyes are tired, you need to get something that will soothe your eyes.
Okay.
Yes. It's all part of keeping our body clean. And
why is it looking like it's curly and it's...
I braid it. When I braid and lose it, it becomes curly.
It's a big education for me.
Yes. And I love to braid it, I love to braid.
Yeah, it fits you. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Either or. Don't think too much. Recording studio or counseling session? Which one? Both. Okay.
But I light up quick. I like talking. I love people.
Yes.
So I love to be with people.
Yes.
And then I love to sing.
Okay.
So But
Both.
you both.
Okay.
You know, both.
Winner or Ajinkwa
I didn't cry in
Why?
because Ojana Hindi, Ojana Nyam, no be Jimmy. In fact, 1 year sa in Kanamentiha. Ono no kasa puni associating. Of course, I'm always a winner because he is a winner. But Obejim kwa.
Be so. One massive hit or 10 respected albums? One massive hit or 10 respected albums? Which one?
Oh, the hit is always the hit. In fact, someone can only have just one hit.
And that's
but
it.
that is it. He is a national figure, and that is
One
it.
song.
And that one song, yes, will change his destiny. That one song, the whole world, he is known for it. That's it. You just need one hit.
That's it.
You just need one hit.
Are you able to tell?
But not everybody will make a hit.
Yes.
20% will make a hit.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Are you able to tell when you are in the studio that this one is going to be a hit? Can you tell?
What I know is that each of them have what they would do. Because you will not even know which one the people would make the hits. For instance, when I made the winner hit, the winner was my pidgin experience.
Yeah.
And initially, when it came, it was like the church were like, then when the stadiums and everybody was singing it, everybody had to sing it. The youth caught it up first.
That's it.
So you just don't know. And every project is unique. Maybe it is for only one person, the whole planet. Maybe it's for thousands. Maybe it's just for your household. Maybe it's for the whole nation. Maybe it's global. So you just put in whatever you can and let it be.
I've enjoyed this conversation so much. I want you to look into the camera. Where is it? And talk to them about anything that you haven't said yet or anything you want to say to leave us.
So I just don't want you to go through life alone by yourself. Seek the maker who made you and brought you to this platform, this planet. I mean, you didn't decide to be born, but the one who made you, who gave you that life, is always with you. Honestly, he's inside you, and he wants you to accept the fact that he has come to pay the price of your sins. So you can either accept that and live as a righteous person and speak to him, or you reject it and life is always a pain. I want to encourage you to choose Christ and life becomes a bit more bearable. We all have our issues, but if you know that the one who made you is right behind you, you are not afraid of any juju. You are not afraid of failure because even in your failure, he used it for something good. And then you are not afraid to venture into things because you know he is with you. Having said that, I want you to know that I really, really am appreciative that you are watching this podcast. And I want to thank Kafui Dey for making this possible for me. Kafui, thank you. But that tells me that you are coming for my birthday.
One time.
And if you watch this before the 30th of August,
Yes.
then we are launching Mejai. It's a fundraising pen drive. You can get a copy at dianahopeson.org. You go to the shop, there's a pen drive, there's a wristband, there are t-shirts, there are caps, what have you. Support my Awutu translation mission, support my discipleship training school, the mentorship program for artists, support Diana Hopeson, and you will be blessed. What else have you guys?
I'm just enjoying your smile and your dimples. Thank you so much. Last request from me. Who would you recommend that I interview based on your recommendation? Whether it's somebody from the music world, from your counseling world, from your copyright world.
From the counseling world, Dr. Emefa Bonsi. She is my mother in counseling. She was the first guidance and counseling coordinator of Ghana.
First ever guidance and counseling coordinator of Ghana. Oh, wow.
She's a mother in counseling.
Dr. Emefa Ponzi.
Yeah. Dr. Emefa, Dr. Epifania
Emefa
Bonsi.
Ponzi. Good.
He's in your bros.
Yes, we'll look for her.
And then in the music industry, have you interviewed Mary Gansa yet?
Not yet.
Please interview her.
Okay. Why?
In fact, she inspired me a lot. When I got to know that I would be a musician, she had recorded her album. I remember when we first got married, it was her songs I was playing. You know, she had done Enkachiri. She's done In fact, before I got married, I was singing her songs. Onipa bempo, hey, anytime I raise that song, things happen. And so before I recorded, I went to look for her and spoke with her. She encouraged me. And so I give her all that respect.
Merigansa.
Reverend Dr. Merigansa, God bless you. And then,
So we have music, we have counseling. Okay.
yeah. And then, if you want a man, you can interview Dr. Hopeson.
Yes.
He will blow your mind. That guy, he's not just a gift for Ghana. He's a gift for the continent. He's a gift for the world. He came out with a counselment methodology. It's a hybrid of counseling and mediation. And so our counseling at the Center for Peace and Reconciliation is unique.
Good.
Yeah, it's a hybrid of
Counseling.
and mediation.
Mediation.
And it's amazing.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. If I don't get up, you ask another
We're
question.
done.
And I'm
We're done. I hope you enjoyed the conversation I've had with Diana Hopeson,
You got it right.
multi-talented singer-songwriter, instrumentalist, counselor, alternative dispute resolution professional, a woman of many parts. Many thanks to MTN and to Glass House for this beautiful setting. My name is Kafui Dey. Let's meet in the comments. God bless.